All right, creatures. It is Saturday night. You know what that means? AEW Collision. I'm here with very cute GM. It should be a
Hello.
good show.
It should be. I
I
have.
heard Jay White was going to be on
Isn't
to
he?
say something.
Did you
We're going to
see?
hear
Did you see the potential? Well, until everybody confirms, did you see the multiple injuries?
multiple injuries.
Yeah.
Who?
All right. So
Oh, Lord.
don't don't
You about to.
well,
Kenny Omega. He's all right, right?
Kenny's okay.
Beast
So
Marcos?
so as of 3 days ago, it's Jay White who we're suspecting. We know
Mm-hmm. Jay
Buddy
White.
is out. We know
Mm.
Kingston's out. They're going through everybody. Um, eh, guys, I need the recent list.
Yeah, we need a recently because I
Two
haven't actually
hours
heard
ago.
of
Here we
anyone
go.
else.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. 2 hours.
You're about to break my heart. I know it.
Orange Cassidy. He tore his
I,
pec apparently.
well, he can use
Um,
vacation.
and the other one is Mark Davis is re-injured.
Mike David,
Yeah, according
not
to
not my Mike Davis,
and
right?
actually this is an article from Newsweek. So yeah, you're Mark
Newsweek,
David. Yeah.
Newsweek doing wrestling news. Holy shit! Um, I need to research on that. Mike David just got back.
I know it sucks.
My Aussie Open reunion. Oh my god, who was he in the match with last?
I forget.
Oh, was it that thing that had to qualify to
Yes.
go against Omega? Well, who was in there?
Um it might have been
Oh,
Hobbs. Hold on.
Powerhouse Hobbs. It was.
Yeah, I think it was Hobbs. And they had to apparently they mentioned they had to cut the match early. So that makes sense. It sucks. When I saw that report, I was like, I want to wait for a confirmation, but it's a Newsweek article,
But
so
what happened? But what happened? Oh, hold on, Kyle Fletcher. Lord have mercy. But what happened to Mike Davis though? Like injured how? You don't
um
know.
we don't know.
This ain't right. This ain't right. Like this.
Yeah, it doesn't specify.
I'm going to check on social media and see if he posted anything. Look at Kyle. Um, Ishii. No,
Getting that check.
check. We getting the whole summertime's worth of Ishii, or wait a minute. Remember the last time we saw Ishii in AEW, he got attacked by a learning tree. So we just gonna forget that happened?
Yes. Tati, do you really want to see Learning Tree?
Well, no, but I'm just saying we didn't forget. We didn't forget. And what is Rocky Romero doing with Ishii? One
They're
minute he's
part
a
of
good
they're part of chaos.
well, it still don't make sense because he's always the bad guy in AEW. I don't know.
But he's part of chaos. And Ishii is part of chaos.
I guess that's what we're doing. Takesha not phased by that at all. He's getting his little check. I cannot believe Mark Davis. Oh my god. Well, hello to everyone on the chat. Mr. Majestic. Hassan is in the house. It's been a long day, a long gloomy day too.
Yeah, I
Gloomy
was
day.
not to be too political, but I'll just say this: I was at the Boston protest today.
You were.
Yeah, it was so minimum 20. I say minimum 25K because we overflowed our city hall plaza, and
25K.
they're estimating anywhere from 50 to 100 because we couldn't be contained in the city hall plaza. We overflowed, and there were a lot. It took me like a good 15 minutes to just get out of the crowd.
What?
Yeah. It was a
Holy
lot.
shit.
A lot of people. But
For
that's
a
why
good
I woke up
cause.
an hour. Yeah. But so that's why I woke up like an hour beforehand. Just like
That's what I'm saying. it's crazy. I was telling my daughter, I said, look, if it wasn't for Trump, your little cosplay costume would have been came here from China.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, she's not happy about it because I don't think it's gonna get here by the time we get on that plane. So I don't know. I don't know. Got Daniel Berry Sports in the house. Jonelle is here. Hello. Black Hat, how are you? Hassan says, Tati, did you know I saw Ali, Moose, and Chris Masters? What show was that? Chris Masters. I haven't seen him in a while. He still
Yeah.
look good.
I don't know. He did a little interview with somebody recently.
Who he wrestling for?
Let me take a look.
I haven't seen him in anything. Well, y'all, we got tag team action. We do have Kyle Fletcher teaming up with Takeshita to go against Ishii and Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs is not doing anything anyway. Why not him be in some type of story? He's just. I'm glad he's getting TV time. I'm not complaining about that. But this guy, y'all need to do him justice. This is live, right? Or is this tape?
In pro he's taped.
Oh my God, Mark Davis. I'm going. This ain't right.
It sucks.
Mr.
It
All
really
Days
does.
Off. Hello. Let's see. David Bond's in the house. Hello. How are you? Jay Millie's in the house.
His last match was for a company called CWE. He was defending. He was going after the title.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's still working.
All right. Haven't heard his name in a while. Oh, Kyle Fletcher got a nice butt. He looks good. He's in
I mean, I'm trying
great
to see
shape.
if he's part of the. Okay, he is not part of the IHOP staff.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. Maybe Sky Blue's giving him glute tips.
Mm-hmm. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. I like this red on him. Looks good. And they kept saying how Kyle Fletcher trying to be like Will Ospreay, but you see, Will Ospreay took that week off so he can get tatted up like Kyle Fletcher. Am I lying? Am I lying? In the arm too. Mm-hmm. Roberto, how are you? We got Al in the house. Jamili said, anyone hear about the Dynasty media call and the haters are mad AEW is doing good with viewership? Be mad, haters. Be mad. Long live AEW. I just don't understand why people have to be mad about them being successful. I personally don't understand. If you're a pro wrestling fan, it should be good news for you that pro wrestling is surviving out here, and people are upset about it. I just don't understand. Don't understand. This gotta be tape. Takeshita was just at the New Japan show a couple of hours ago.
So I want to test something, Tati. This is going to make me 100% more annoying on these streams.
What happened?
So no, I downloaded something. So it is quite sad that Mark Davis is injured.
Oh my God. Did he post something?
No, I have a soundboard now. I don't know if it was coming through my mic.
Oh.
I set it up to do it. I don't know if it worked. I don't think it worked.
They're about to throw Rocky Romero out. Really, Hobbs? Really?
Yep. Mm.
Oh, Takeshita and Kaya look good. I like it. What do they call themselves when they're together? I forgot. It's something.
I have no idea.
Kyle Fletcher. I don't know who agreed about this, but he called his like fans fleshlights or some shit.
Yes. Well,
Wow.
I've seen a lot of Photoshop images. His full name, according to Brody King, is Kyle Fleshlight Fletcher.
The fuck?
Yeah.
What do you mean pictures?
So somebody photoshopped his Kyle Fletcher's face onto a fleshlight, and Brody King like retweeted it.
What the hell? Some of you ladies are lonely at home, I guess. No, I'm not that lonely.
No, I 100% think it was a dude who did it.
Oh, well, if
Like
that's
who
what y'all
photoshopped.
into.
All right. The soundboard is not working. I will figure this out.
What we gonna do now? Who else is injured in AEW? Some of the girls, there was I saw a list of like where some of the girls are at. Well, not where they are like where they really are, but they were just like, where's so and so? Like Anna Jay, we haven't seen her in a while. Tay Mello, I don't know if y'all even want to see her, but she's been gone since she found out she was pregnant. Um, who else is over there that's missing? There was quite a few of them. I can't remember, but as you can see, I can't even remember because they've been gone for so long. I mean, I feel like, oh, this is what I wanted to complain about. So, like I said Tony Khan was going to throw in a couple of more matches for y'all at the pay per view, which he did. But tell me how he added two matches for the men's quarterfinals for the Owen Hart Cup and only one of the women's. Why? Because there's supposed to be a cap at two matches when it comes to women, right?
I guess.
So I don't see what the problem was with them not being able to have the take out Chris Jericho and fucking Bandito. We don't want to see that. The TNT title, we don't want to see that. And y'all could have put on the girls. This is so crazy to me because I was just like, when I saw he was announcing the two matches for the guys was on, I was just like, oh, all right, we're gonna get an extra match with the girls. Not even Tony Khan can't be bothered. Can't be bothered. We got Robert Brown in the house. Hello, how are you? Uh, what the fuck? Jay Millie says Charlotte Flair almost put IHOP out of business last
Oh god.
after getting burned by Tip. Hey, look, let me tell you something. This is why.
I don't know what's
Yeah.
happening with
Oh,
that. I
hold
heard they
on,
went
hold
off
on.
script.
Well, that's what most likely that's what I'm thinking. When she over there talking about 0 and 3 in terms of her marriages and divorce, I was just
Oh
like,
god.
why would you say that? Why would you say that in front of all these people? And
Didn't
then,
Charlotte say something about sliding into Kaiser's DMs?
yeah, after she said that. No, no, no.
Okay.
She said Kaiser was sliding in her DMs, which that's a motherfucking lie. I don't believe that.
I don't believe that either.
I don't believe it.
He
She
seems
needed to
right.
say something quickly.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing that popped up. So she said that. So I honestly don't believe that to be the case. And then this morning, Andrade, messy ass, gonna post, "Oh, happy birthday, Charlotte! You're a wonderful woman." Whatever the hell he said this morning. I was like, "Did I tell you they tore his ass up this morning for saying happy birthday to her?" Which is crazy, crazy, crazy. Jamie Lee says, so this was taped after Dynamite? I believe so. I didn't really confirm, but I think it is taped because, like I said, Takeshita was at the New Japan show last night. So it had to have been. There's just no way. He's not some superhuman, right? I bet we know him.
I don't know. He's young. That's the thing. They heal fast
Mm-hmm.
when that
Mm-hmm.
happens.
He's putting in work. All right, Powerhouse Top, he look good too. Oh, I see this cameraman zooming in. Okay, I do like that. I watched back that tag team match from Dynamite with Willow and Swerve and Marina and what's his name, Moxley. The camera work could have been so much better.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bit all over the place. It took away from the match. I think. Okay, Takesha, I see you.
So I'm
I saw.
working on this right now. So I don't think I mean, it's hard work coming up with a bingo card. Mr. Alday's off, you can probably agree. So I decided Chat GPT should.
Oh God.
So Mr. Alday's off. You will be competing with Chat GPT once I get everything listed.
How was that even working for a bingo card though?
So I basically prompted it to give me. So here's the issue. I needed to tweak it a few times. So I basically
Mhm.
asked me to give me some things that could happen for a bingo card at AEW Dynasty 2025. All of them were rather generic. So
I
then
knew
I
it. Hmm.
asked it to make it more silly. That was too silly because they were predicting meteors to fall into the ring.
Oh,
So I had to basically tell it to give me prompts of things that could happen with a probability of 25 to 50%. And it gave me stuff.
is it looking good?
It looks okay. It's pretty generic, but I had to take a couple things out because I really don't think they're gonna happen.
Hmm.
But I
Well,
am
I'm sure you can put a couple of things that you can think of.
yeah, I'm gonna have to do that.
Oh Lord have mercy! I was about to say because I could have gone wrong with Ishii up there. I don't know if I could put any of these bingo cards together. I leave that up to y'all. Okay. Hello, Ballet. How are you?
Hi, ballet.
Roberta said the haters exist because they are told something and they believe it. It's the same story for how now no one wants to have a viewership talk for NXT. Mm. Do those numbers even ever come out though? Like this is why I had posted on social media the other day. I don't understand why people are saying that Max should release the numbers because they don't do that for anything else. I don't see like within TV shows or movies or anything people are asking about show us the numbers. Ain't nobody asking for the stuff like that. Because nobody cares. It's only within wrestling you see people over here asking about well how many people watch the show. We actually don't care about stuff like that.
I mean, everybody be like Drake nowadays, fans especially, asking for numbers. Do you guys really want to be like Drake?
GM.
What?
What the fuck?
What? It's true.
Look.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see. Hold on. I think this might be working. Hold on. Can you still hear me?
yeah, I hear you.
Okay, one sec. Um, so everybody be like Drake. Did that
GM.
work?
Yes, it
I knew
did.
it.
Like,
It worked.
GM said, I'm gonna annoy all of y'all up in here.
Don't
All of
worry, I
y'all.
can because this is free. I only have 8 sounds. I could always interchange them though.
Oh,
It's Ishii. Of
well,
course, he was gonna take the pin.
right. He just came back after God knows how long. Hold on, but Takesha and Kyle, they weren't really well together.
I mean, they're in the same family. You would think they've
Mm-hmm,
been in the
mm-hmm.
same family for a while.
I mean, Lance Archer and them over there. All right, what's the next comment? Mm-hmm. Well, if things don't work out with Kyle Fletcher not winning that thing. Wait a minute. I need to see the bracket for that because Kyle Fletcher and William better not be on the same motherfucking side. If that's the case, I'm over it.
They might be. Let me take a look.
We're not looking for
Owen
another rematch anytime soon. They already had like how
Owen
many matches?
tournament.
4 or 5 matches?
Du- 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 du-
Oh, they're showing the
du.
clips from the tag match. I would, and then the other day I'm laying in bed too, and I was just thinking, I was just like,
They're on opposite sides of the bracket.
oh, good, good. It's not going to end with them anyway. Because it got to be Hangman. That's what I was thinking about the other night. I was just like, all right, Hangman, it got to be him. But why did Hangman come on out there just to be all emotional and just leave? Didn't it feel a little weird? A little bit?
Well, it's because Swerve. They're trying to bring home the point that Swerve is regretful of everything he's done. And he's just like, I deserved everything you did to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, remember when Hangman had his like epiphany with Christopher Daniels about retiring? He's slowly, they're trying to tell the story. He's slowly trying getting a conscience now.
Oh.
So, the fact that, Swerve can show remorse for something he's done and be a bigger man, maybe Hangman has to like take a step and look himself in the mirror. And
Yeah, but we still want it to be them at all in.
I want it to be them.
Mm-hmm.
And I really would love it if AEW did go with Hangman help Swerve win, so he could just like lord it over Swerve. Like, you couldn't have won without me. You couldn't have won without me. That would piss Swerve off.
Yeah, but I mean, after what happened on Wednesday, I don't think he's gonna do that straight away. At
No,
some
he's
point,
not
he'll
gonna
get
do
to that
it.
point. Really interesting. Really interesting. I don't prefer Hangman to be a softie, but we'll see where the story is going. We'll see.
You can only say. I was about to say something.
What?
I was about to say you can. You can only stay hard for so
Oh,
long.
well, there are pills that help for that. GM.
Wait till you see the other stuff I have on here.
Okay, I need a second.
I'll stop.
We got Hector in the house. What's going on? Mr. Aldays also they went off script. Tiffy time got a petty time. Well, to be
Yeah.
honest, that was kind of harsh because earlier this week, Charlotte had that interview with Sherry,
Mhm.
and she talked about how she felt like she's a failure because she's getting divorced a billion times, whatever. Girl, you just being just like your daddy. That's it.
I think
That's all
that's
you're doing.
that I think that's the big thing she's thinking about. It's like, I'm just like my dad now.
That is not a good thing.
No, it's not. She knows it's not a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I feel like the interview that she did, I think, she was being truthful about how she felt. Who wants to be divorced that many times. And I understood for a second. I felt bad for her for a quick second. Then I remember who her daddy is, and I moved past that. But to see that it's being mentioned on the show and her reaction made me feel like she didn't know Tiffany was gonna say that.
Mhm.
I really don't feel like she knew it. And then she go on and talk about Kaiser and her DMs. I was like, all right, bitch, you lying. No, he ain't. Maybe somebody else's, but not yours. Not yours. Ballet said we released the Kraken. Now hit the like button. Yes, please do. Roberta says the best part of that segment was all the piped in boos for Charlotte. You look at the crowd and no one's booing. Left my fucking ass off. Tiffany had to say something because Charlotte was running away with it. Well, you know what? I don't really think she's strong at promos, and maybe a sit down interview type of thing, something y'all could have pre recorded might have been best case scenario for her. I mean, not a we know what we know would have been best case scenario for her, but I think that would have worked out better if they would have did something like that.
Mm,
Because she's not that great in front of a live audience, girl.
nope.
It's not looking good. Not looking good. Mm-mm-mm. Jamie Lee said, those be the best promos when they do go off script. Sometimes gets messy. Bella said Kyle came out looking like a Crayola crayon.
Oh, it's a crew. It's Bowser's kids.
Are they wrestling tonight though, right?
Yeah,
Wait a
they
minute.
are. With Top
I
Flight.
don't. Mm-mm. Them glasses. I'm not feeling it. It's ugly. Oh. Uh oh. Who is that they walking up on? Nick Wayne. You know
Yep.
what? Why they bothering Nick Wayne about this? Nick Wayne don't give a fight. No, he has not been thinking about it. Okay. Too valuable. Needs daddy permission. What the fuck? Oh. Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. All right. Nick Wayne said he gonna take care of that next time he see. Oh hell no. Make Miss Caston.
All right, this is a good time to show. We can edit this if we want later, but this
Mm-hmm.
is currently the. Let me make this to fit my screen. This
Max
is the
Caston.
yeah.
No.
This is the current Chat GPT. Once I find
We're
Windows.
not feeling it, Max.
Uh,
We're not feeling that. Oh, by the way, Nick Wayne has just been announced for the Best of the Super Juniors.
oh, that he's gonna be great in that.
Nick Wayne. Mm-hmm. Going to Japan. We do appreciate that.
All right, so this is the current bingo card I'm making. This is Chat
Ooh,
GPT,
GM, you're gonna have to blow that up, girl.
and
You want
they
to blow
put
that
my
up?
free space in the wrong thing. Let me blow it up. Hold on. There we go.
Maximaniacs. The fuck?
Okay, so we have championship match turns into a brawl.
Okay.
Apparently, a surprise match is announced. I will change the free space to be in the middle because it randomized everything.
Surprise match
Announcement.
during the show? Hell no.
It's what GPT told me. A tag title match ends in a controversial finish. A
Mm.
storyline ends in a draw, setting up a future match.
Okay,
A
okay.
former WWE star debuts.
Oh, we're
Uh,
full.
TNT Championship defended in open challenge. I'll probably change that.
Okay.
A wrestler makes a shocking heel turn. Malk wins
Okay.
match via submission. A title match ends in controversy.
Not all three.
There's two of them. I'll probably change that. A match involves a long minute change to the opponent.
Oh,
Okay.
last minute change.
Yeah, a last
Okay.
minute change. Tag team champs successfully defend.
Hey, you might
Wrestler
as well mark that
successfully.
up right now.
I might as well. Wrestler successfully retains title. A brutal beatdown. A manager gets physical. A
Okay.
wrestler pulling off a wild stop off the top rope.
Okay.
Uh,
William.
AEW Women's Championship match steals the show.
Don't be surprised.
Kenny Omega hits a V trigger. That's
Oh,
we
no,
might as
we
well
might
mark
as well mark
that.
that up.
It's Mark Briscoe.
That's the Briscoe.
Yep.
Okay.
Wrestler takes a massive bump through a table. This is awesome chant. A
Okay.
a promo interrupted by a loud "shut up" chant.
Okay.
Chris Jericho cost someone the match.
Chris Jericho. Oh,
And
hell
that's
no.
what they said. Surprise return from a former AEW star. High stakes tag team match with no clear winner. They did this like twice. I'm gonna redo these tag match ones.
Okay.
A roster member gets suspended after a post match altercation. Oh my god,
Oh.
they took the stuff from Punk like years back.
Oh no. Well, FTR.
Oh, and
That's close.
MJF. Yep, MJF cuts a promo about being about his next big feud. So let me stop.
That one I'm not sure, but I do feel like because I did a prediction video and I said that even though I didn't think it was necessary, but I felt like MJF may get involved with the tag match
Mm-hmm.
to prove that he should be part of the Hurt Syndicate, which really
He might just fuck
isn't
it all up.
necessary.
Yeah.
That too. We can fuck it up too.
All right. Well, I'm going to change a couple of these repeating tag match ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I'll get the one. I'll get it finalized for yeah. Well, Chat GPT will get it finalized for
Okay.
tomorrow.
We gotta put a little bit more work. You got
I
about
mean, all I
24
gotta do
hours,
is
DM.
yeah. I mean, I'm literally right in the prompt, and I can just tell it, "Could you give me 50 more examples?"
Wait a minute. This is the longest match Max Caster has had in God knows how long. Pastor Briscoe, come on. You should have been into this. This is a little warm up before the pay per view. That's all. Just a little warm up.
Ooh, wrestler uses a weapon in a match that will replace one of the tag team matches. That's gonna happen.
Definitely with Mox.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the TNT title match, maybe. But then those two goofs, they're not really about it like that anyway. Just bring a weapon into the ring. We'll see. Because I'm not really looking forward to that at all. All right, this got to be it. Please put us out of misery. To be honest, I don't know where this Max Caster thing going. I really don't know.
I don't know either. Well, it's gonna really eventually lead to Bowens coming back.
Mr. All Days Up, he's made a bingo card. He gave it to King Leo yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I haven't seen it. Black Cat
Oh,
said Ishii was bleeding. Oh, I think he was bleeding his mouth.
yeah. Perfect. A high-profile match goes longer than 30 minutes. It's gonna be Cole and Garcia.
That's what I was thinking too, because I that's my bathroom break. That's my let me go do something break. I'm not interested at all. Okay, so they're showing what is Max doing? Uh anyway, Mr. Rodriguez said most people in the chat saw it already during. Oh, okay, okay. Well, I'll go back to the stream and check it out. Who's that, Clark?
Yeah, that's Toast. He's oh my god. Oh, he's been causing so much trouble lately. So I'm packing up some store brand food for a friend because she misses a local chain that's up here in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And so I packed everything up. So Brandon shows me a picture while I'm at work, and he's like, "Look at this." So the bag of marshmallows that I have packed in the box was on the floor, torn open.
Oh,
And the craziest part was Toast, like the bubble wrap. I wrapped everything in bubble wrap. It did not look disturbed. Oh, Jay White.
Jay White. Oh Lord, broken hand. Oh my God. But does Jay White need a nurse? No.
He's married.
What
They have
what
a
that mean?
farm.
Well, what does that mean? She can be busy with the cows and stuff, and I'll take care of Jay White in the house. Sounds like a plan. Who is this crew? Is
Yep.
that them? This the match they supposed to be having? First of all, them jackets ugly as hell.
Like I said, Bowser's kids.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Roberta says numbers matter to me because lots of companies went away in my lifetime. LOL, got to know how long things will last. And if numbers are low, we don't have it no more. Well, that depends on the network and what they're looking for. Not necessarily what the fans are looking for. Y'all looking for a specific amount of numbers to tell y'all that they're being successful, which is not up to y'all. It's up to the network. The network know what they're looking for, and if they are bringing them numbers in, then they're going to continue to stay on television. So, to be honest, I don't think it even matters what the fans think that they should be making in terms of them being successful, because majority of these people are looking at it as, in if AEW is not bringing the same numbers as NXT or fucking Raw or SmackDown, then they're not successful. Do you know how many wrestling promotions that are around right now that wish they can have a fraction of the views that AEW is getting right now? Many of them. And to y'all,
She's very sparkly. Sorry,
yeah,
I got distracted.
I would too. I would too. Okay, we just getting straight into it. All right. So for me, like I said, if fans y'all want to care about it, I don't know. But like I've never seen people say, well, how many people was watching Stranger Things? Nobody's asking. No, we don't give a fuck. How many people watched the basketball game on Max? Nobody's asking those questions. But hold on now. Cameraman, get a good look at Layla real quick. I don't know. I just feel like it's just the fans are curious about it because they want to rub it in AEW's face if it's not up to their standards, which is has nothing to do with the network that they're on at all. All right, the bell has rung. Mr. Ollie's also said if Tati still has Restream, I do have Restream. I'm on it right now. Al says, how do they pick for the brackets in the tournament? Tony Khan.
Yep.
Tony Khan putting whatever he dreamt about on the damn thing. A lot of his rematches anyway. Do we need to see Kyle Fletcher versus Pastor Briscoe for the fourth time in like since December? We don't need that. We really don't need that. I don't know. I'm kind of over it. Yet they could have switched things around a little bit so that it can work out. Whoever this wild card person is, that's why I still think it's going to be Jeff Jarrett, because they could have literally switched the wild card to be for Kyle Fletcher or somebody else. Whoever it is someone who definitely has something going on with what's his name, Hangman, right? That's something that makes sense. Roberta says, I never understood the talk of that show is so good. Why did they cancel it? Well, they canceled it because no one watches it. LOL. Now your three little wax seasons are gone. Black Hat said, in that cage match when Swerve slammed Hangman on the cylinder block, Swerve was beginning to cry because he was hating what he became. Well, sometimes we hate what we become when we beefing with somebody, but when you gotta prove a point, you just like fuck it, fuck it. I gotta what? He said QGM with the Blue Chew ad. Oh man, commercial. Well, damn. All right.
Sorry. It's alright.
All right, DJ GM's in the house. Mm-hmm. Robert said, I hope Hangman helps Swerve beat Mox at all in, and Swerve vacates it. Well, hold on. Am I reading that right? Swerve vacates the title the next Dynamite, and the Owen Hart tournament can be for the vacant. What are you talking about?
Well,
Did I read that right? Why would Swerve vacate the title though. I don't know. Very interesting. Ballet says Blue Chew, the Dinosaur Brothers. Robert says, imagine if Hangman helped Swerve win the world title. Then on the next Dynamite, Swerve can vacate the world title, and the Owen Hart tournament can be vacant for the world title. But why?
Yeah, why would he even do that?
Right. Why? Roberta says, wait, Leo Rush Russell. Well,
When he's not retiring.
yes. Yes, he still does. Robert says two co-main events, the finals for the vacant. And wait a minute, Robert, come on, baby. What do you mean? He's saying for them to vacate the title. He wants Swerve to vacate the title after Dynasty, just so that it could be them still at All In. I am I missing something? Am I missing something? Robert, you're gonna have to explain that. Roberta said, at least this dude stopped downing water bottles of water like a nerd. Does Kenny does something similar too? I don't. You seen Kenny make a drinking water in a water bottle? Y'all never seen it? Kenny does a thing where as he drinks it, he twists it. Some shit like I
No,
don't know.
no, I hate this. They're showing me a fucking reality show with the Paul brothers.
They got that little show coming out.
No.
On Max, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I thought maybe like fucking Netflix or something, but it's on Max. And I saw when it on the commercial they showed like a little clip from WrestleMania and whatever, and I'm just like, oh, okay, interesting, interesting. hmm Roberta said he's also too tall to help them. Gotta be this height to get Nick Wayne's help. Oh, interesting. All right, we're back from commercial break. This could at least be on the pre-show. These boys never get any time on the pay-per-view.
Oh
Never.
yeah, this definitely could have been a pre-show match.
This is crazy. We're just gonna throw it in on a tape collision. Who's that? Toast?
He's just hanging out.
Okay, little TV time. We gonna need. We getting cat cam for the stream tomorrow.
I mean, if one of them wants to lay in the box. They haven't been sleeping in it lately. Just mostly been toast next to me.
We gotta have something worth watching during that TNT title match.
Work on something.
Okay, Top Flight and them. They could have just. I don't know, man. I don't know what we can do about them. To be honest with you, they can go to Japan or something. I don't know. I
Oh,
don't
Mr.
know.
Holiday's off. I'm catching your comment early. I got a "This is awesome" chant, and I have a golf clap.
Roberta said, "When will Max wrestle on Max? Ain't this
Well,
Max? This ain't
it
Max, right?"
happened.
Ballet said, "Get Max off our screen ASAP." Y'all really don't like him. Miss Jordan also said, "Chat GPT is all elite."
You know what? You might as well just run the show through Chat GPT and see what it spits out.
But that would be also assuming that they just know the stories and things that's going on. If it really did, then sure.
Yeah,
Um,
they don't know. So to take the aggregate data of all the shows past, because I was getting stuff with like CM Punk and Britt Baker when I was running my prom slur.
oh, okay. See,
Yeah.
pump, damn. Oh, that's another one that was asking about Brit. Now there've been some news outlets, and I'm using that word news very loosely, that are reporting that Brit is in talks. What they said, phase two of her talks with WWE. What does that even mean? What do you mean phase two of talks with
I have no
WWE about
idea.
her contract? What does that mean? This is just so weird. Anyway, if she were to go, I really do feel like it would be a good fit for her until Charlotte buries her. But I think it would be a
Yeah.
good fit for her. I don't know why it didn't work. I don't know why it didn't work out. I don't know why it didn't work out. And then people are also saying that, Saraya is looking to go back to WWE. Let me just say this. I don't know where she gonna fit in at this point at all. I
They
just
can
don't see
always
her
give
going
her
back
one of
over
those.
there.
They can always give her one of those internet shows.
Sure, somebody asking questions backstage, something. But for her to get back in the ring, see, that's the thing. I do think part of it had to do with her being in the ring. I don't feel like she was 100% ready. But hold on. Oh, Ashley Andretti's not happy about that. Did Leah Rush just do Williams move? Whatever the hell that thing is called.
True.
Oh, they're
Seriously.
stomping him out. Well,
Yep.
Layla, you might as well get in there and do something at this point. Because Tough Light need help.
Oh, look,
Who's
it's
that?
AR Fox.
Oh, AR Fox with a shirt?
Mm-hmm.
This ain't right.
It's Nick Wayne.
Nick Wayne? So we just recreating beefs because somebody told you.
Yep.
I guess they squashed it and now it's a thing again. You know what? They when's that Super Junior coming on?
Um, Probably soon. Let me see.
Oh, wait a minute. They it is for a pre-show match.
Again? Or three on
Yes, they're
three?
teaming up with Nick Wayne. I guess I'll step back and let him out. To go against AR Fox and Top Flight for the pre-show. Well, we
Great.
said we yeah.
I'm
We
so happy about this.
at least at least they'll be doing something, right?
Yeah. All right.
Um
So the tournament takes place between May 10th and June 1st.
May 10th?
May 10th through June 1st. Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad. It's not like Nick Wayne was doing anything. There's a couple of them over there that could have been on there too. Oh my god. And this matchup we just got last week. Oh, Jamie looked good. I wasn't impressed. Oh, okay. Jamie, I know Jamie not getting into it like this. You didn't have to grab up on Lexi like that. They better not be going for Billy beating Jamie Hayter because if Billy starts beating Jamie Hayter, that's a motherfucking lie. That's a motherfucking lie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Daddy Magic have merch to sell. Y'all make
Yep.
sure y'all go on and get y'all 25% off on the shop this weekend. Okay, from April 6th to the 9th. Okay, they gave y'all a couple of days to get y'all coins together after y'all spend your $50 on the pay-per-view. Y'all save whatever else y'all got left for the shop. Roberta said one girl front row got so much makeup she looks orange. Hey, y'all know how I feel about MJF. When I watched that little segment back the other day, I was just like, first of all, this was a little cringy, but he is overdoing it with the tan.
Mm-hmm. I think he's doing it
Like,
on purpose.
that's what I'm thinking. It has to be on purpose at this point. Because, like, are you not seeing it?
Dude,
Are you not seeing how it's coming out?
he's oranger than toast. And toast is
I
an orange
agree.
boy.
I agree. It has to be on purpose at this point. Because I mean, somebody got to be helping them. Jamie Lee said, "Did y'all see the guy in the crowd lift his shirt, showing everyone his hairy? Oh, well, no, but thank goodness." Ugh. Ballet says, "Pastor Briscoe." Mr. Ollies also, I can't lie, those choices, unique AI is smarter than me. Oh. Mr. Ollies also said they buried the acclaim. They made Max Reverend Devon status. Mr. Ollies, you know what? And as crazy as that sounds to say, like we haven't even seen Anthony Bowens getting any TV time since. So, Max is getting his ass whooped every week, but at least he's getting TV time. Anthony
That's true.
Bowens, he's not doing anything. Roberta said Max Caster is the throne Moxley. Sarcasm, people relax. Well, we know that would never happen, but if it did, could you imagine that whole crowd just fucking losing their shit?
Mm-hmm.
They lose their shit and probably end up getting in the ring and beating up on Max. Who knows? Probably Tony Khan too. Ballet says toast. Dave wanted I'm mad that he is not going to be in the tournament. Yeah, we needed Jay. Wait, hold on, but Jay White would have been going against William.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he would have beaten Will
I
Ospreay,
don't
to be
think so
honest.
either.
Yeah, so I don't. That would have been crazy if right at the start, them two going at it. I would have had no hope for Jay White. We gotta do better for Jay White. I don't know how he broke his hand, but we gotta do better. Roberto says, I knew it when Jay White checked his hand in the last match. I told something to the ref. Damn it, he's hurt again. Well, hopefully it won't take too long. You think he'll make it to All In?
So there is a rumor, and I only say rumor because Fightful reported it, that he might need
Oh,
surgery. So
surgery.
sometimes you do need a surgery for a broken hand. I have a friend who they recommended it for, but she can't afford
God
it.
damn. Well, All In might not be in the
Oh, look
cards
who it
this
is.
week. This is what Tiffany and Charlotte should have did last night.
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh my God! Did it?
Oh, I can use my other button for when Tati cloaks.
We need cloaking music. We need
That is your cloaking music. It's a to be continued JoJo reference.
it. I'm over this. I'm absolutely over this. I don't care about this match. Don't care. Oh my God.
Toast is facing away. Toast, what are your thoughts on this match? He's speechless.
I'm speechless too. I'm not feeling nothing from either one of these guys, like at all. Daddy Magic, get your ass up out of here. Ain't nobody even worried about you. What is Toes looking at? Hey, GM, you got ghosts in the house.
So he's been doing this occasionally, looking up at the ceiling in this same spot. Clark
What?
doesn't do it as much, but he does it more.
Then they seeing the same thing. That's the crazy thing too, because I've heard about pets being able to like sense like certain entities in the house and shit.
No, I've actually gone through it before. Like no lie. When my previous cat French fry was still around, we started having weird things happen to the house, like lights turning on by themselves and stuff like that.
Damn.
It came to a head one night, like at 2 a.m. I was just hanging out on the couch, like watching something, and French fry like looked directly behind me because he
Hmm.
I heard footsteps and he was looking like directly behind me. I know what this footsteps sound like when my neighbors go up the stairs. These weren't that. So I thought, maybe my husband had gone to the bathroom, but he wasn't up that night because I double checked with him. I ended up,
Hmm.
like, hiding under my blanket because french fry would not look, like, the other way.
I do the same
Um,
thing too.
yeah, so I ended up and, knock on wood, because I'm talking about this while I'm in this house, I burnt some dried sage, and that seemed to get rid of all the problems.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, he's been just looking up at the ceiling. I don't know why. I think there's like some noise that comes from there.
Well, I hope you got some more sage at the house.
I
Either
grow it out.
is
I grow it
either
outside
that
now.
is either that or Toast don't want to be bothered with this match. That's what
I
that
think
one is.
he, I think he's turned back to the background.
Who's that? Who's coming out here? Claudio?
It's packed.
Pat! I feel like we haven't seen Pack in the ring for a while. Well, damn. I almost forgot he was over there. I'm not gonna lie. Cameraman, please get a good shot. Oh, Pack is married, right?
Yeah, or he's in a very serious relationship. I think he's been with the same girl for many many years now.
All the good ones are taken.
He also dresses like a nerd when he's not in gear. Like
Really?
it's like the plaid like collared shirts that are like button up and stuff like that.
Oh,
He looks like a dork in his like Instagram photos with her.
dork.
Cuz he wears glasses too. So,
Oh,
yeah.
somebody had asked on whatever. I forgot what I was reading, but somebody said, "Oh, serious question for those of you who wear glasses. How do you take a shower?" I'm like, what?
Without the glasses?
Right? Like, how is this even a question? Like, we're not blind. Even blind people can get in the shower and take a fucking shower. Crazy. I don't know how y'all do it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mr. Aldeson said Bowser's brother. Oh,
Yep.
brothers. Chris says they look like kidney stone. Oh my god. Jay really said top flight versus mini flight. What the fuck? Roberto says Leo Rush looks like if I show speed went wrong. Oh. Roberta said the NBA is losing ratings and it is being talked about. No one speaks of it when it's good, and when it's bad, it's countdown time. That's why it matters. If you like something, you better hope others do too. Now, look, this is the NBA. I don't see you going anywhere,
Nope.
regardless of how bad that's doing. These networks got no problem pulling off wrestling in a heartbeat. But if it's good enough for Max or whoever, whatever network they on there, then I don't know. I'm just not concerned. They just hit that deal, whatever deal it was. They gonna have to ride that through the contract, even if the ratings do get bad. So honestly, it's not something that I look for. So I mean, y'all go
Has
ahead and
Don
do it.
Callis been on commentary the entire time?
He's still on there.
Yeah, he's still on there. I just saw him.
Oh, then maybe Nigel's not there.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I haven't heard Nigel. They got to put somebody in there. Let me tell you something. Oh, I don't know what it was because I typically mute these people. But after Wednesday, when I seen so many comments on social media about how they need to do something about the commentary, I was just like, was it that bad? Because I've been saying it for a long time, and all of a sudden it seemed like y'all just now finding out. They're not great. Excalibur, I don't like him, but I would keep him on because he knows the history of AEW. So I think, somebody like that, I guess, is valuable, even though he's not entertaining. Taz, he can get his ass up and find something else to do. Shabani, there's just no way. Shabani be sitting there looking like he'd rather be doing something else. And it's like, it doesn't even look like he's enjoying his job. He's not even entertaining either. No one within the Dynamite team are entertaining. Have any of these bitches ever made you laugh? No. They all play up like baby faces, and it's just like they just talk throughout the 2 hours and then that's it. It's not even fun. And it don't have to be so serious either. Roberta said Layla Gray is gorgeous, and then Top Flight stand next to her. It's like, dude, you're blocking the sunlight. I mean, Top Flight, they're not bad. They're not my type, but they're not bad, right?
Yeah, they're fine.
They're all right. And they can be at a gym a couple of more times at
I
the
mean, they're
week.
young. They can definitely put on muscle if they need to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
It'll
with
come at
their
some point.
yeah, but with their moveset, I don't know if they want to.
True. True.
But if
True.
Brian Cage can do it,
Brian Cage, that's another story. That's a whole nother story. He has a really great physique, I think. The hair, I'm not feeling it. How he's been growing out the hair, and it's probably possibly has something to do with him needing to make that trip. I don't personally like the hair. I don't care for it. All right, anybody in the Philadelphia area, they still got tickets for Dynasty if y'all looking for something to do on Sunday. Mr. Ollie's off. I can put a link in the chat. How do you do it again? Do 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 do. Hold on, I'm gonna put this on here. Mr. Aldays also keep this the sound effects going, GM. All right, I put the link in the chat for you, Mr. Aldays off. Roberta said rolling on the floor when he's not retiring. I think he's done good since his last retirement.
yeah, he's all right.
He had a nice little run in New Japan. He hasn't been there in quite a few months, but I mean, I don't really feel like they've done anything serious with him since he's been in AEW either. We could be doing so much more. There's a lot of people that are just, oh, oh, damn, he hit his. Well, they got doctors and people ringside for that to check up on him. You're right. Pac doesn't care. Mr. Rodriguez also said we need a boo and cheer from DJGM sound effects.
I do have a "This is awesome" chat, so when it's appropriate.
Roberta says, ain't nobody paying attention to these four. Everyone is admiring Layla, and we only seeing half of it. She's taken too. She just got locked down. I saw the pictures from the wedding, and she showed some pictures from the honeymoon too. They went to Mexico. Oh my god!
Well, I mean, at
Oh,
least
it looks so
her
good.
husband doesn't look like a futuristic waiter.
What the? I don't even. Did you see any pictures from their wedding or no?
Yeah, Chucky posted a photo with him, Samantha and Ricochet.
It wasn't the same day of that Dynamite, right? I'm
No,
thinking
no,
it couldn't have been.
he pre-taped taped that.
Yeah,
Sure.
I was just like on a Wednesday while Dynamite is on. There's certain people that would have been over there. Okay, let me get Mr. All Days Off up in here. Mr. All Days what Hunter knows Helmsley. There you go. All right, you guys, you got the bingo card for tomorrow. Oh, Mr. All Days, are you gonna have to make that a little bit bigger because I am wearing glasses for a reason. Okay. Wait, go. Yeah. All right. So we have submission victory, not turn. Oh, hell no.
Oh, this
No,
is
no,
a
no, no,
result
no.
of Revolution, he said.
What? What's on the bingo card?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, Revolution. You mean Dynasty? I'm
He
confused.
still has that. This is not the bingo card for Dynasty. This is what the results were for,
Oh,
um
for the last pay per
yeah,
view.
for the last pay-per-view.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. For Revolution, I can't even believe it. Okada still got that title. They didn't even bother to put him on the damn pay per view tomorrow. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing. I forgot about Hangman and MJ. Well, you know what? No, that's a lie. Cause I did like that part when MJF put his dick on Hangman's face. I like that part. Everything else, the girls they tore it up. Mariah and Tony, that was such a great match. Um, who else was over there? Kyle and William, that was good too. That was really good. So it was a really great pay per view. This one right here, we're gonna have to really. Oh, even Kenny and Takesha was great, except for the fact that the title did change hands. It was fine. Yeah. And then the Hurt Syndicate, y'all don't want to say it because y'all afraid that Bobby will haunt y'all in y'all dreams. But that match, it wasn't good.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't good. So we gonna see what we can do. So we didn't even get it. We didn't even get a bingo.
Not from not from this card. On my
But
card, we only
Billy Yuta
did
wasn't over there.
I don't think so. We only got on my card because I told you guys the pay-per-view turned heel on this. Oh, the blue lines represent 2 bingos. So there were 2 bingos.
Oh, Willie, okay, so Willie Yuta was there. Treat to win. A celeb, yeah. A return. Who returned?
Uh,
I don't remember anybody returning.
I don't know.
He said, "LOL, I forgot," but somebody did. Somebody did. I don't know. The return, I really don't remember. Yeah, there was bleeding, submission victory. We had that. Um, and then the cash in. Uh huh. Okay. Okay. Well, Willie Yuta, I think he was there. And then the return, I'm not 100% sure, but hey, it's a bingo. We'll take it.
Yep.
Pat, get your ass up and just win already. Let's move on. All right, so here for Dynasty, Mr. Holiday's all they done added like a whole bunch of matches the other night. So it's 10 matches now. So could you imagine it literally went from what was it, 6 on Wednesday, and now we're at 10, which is insane. Absolutely insane. Um some of these matches I really don't care about. Okay, you do got all the matches. All right, so yeah, so it's 10 matches, all the 7 title matches. Is it really?
Mm,
Holy shit,
yeah,
I didn't even
I
realize
think
that.
so.
That I didn't even realize. Well, that's okay. You know, Okada should have been on there. Cause honestly, we're bored. Um, for me, the Owen matches didn't really need to be on. It didn't really need to be on because I don't know if y'all remember them saying that the finals of the Owen was going to be determined, like whoever is going to go on to, go to the main event at All In was going to be at, it was going to be determined at, what's the name of that next pay per view? Double or Nothing, Double or Nothing, which is like May 20 something. So that's still quite a ways away. Oh, and then we also have some black wrestlers on the card. There we go.
Yeah, 5 black matches. You are right about that.
I know it's so interesting too because I know like people have been talking about like Swerve and how he's commented on the lack of black wrestlers. Well, what is it for WrestleMania? It's only one, is it? Maybe only one. I have to take a look at the card and see. But
Jimmy
long
is the
story
only one I
short,
can think of immediately.
oh Bianca, okay,
And
Bianca
Bianca,
and Io,
okay, so 2.
and then Jade and
Jade,
Naomi. Okay,
okay.
well, if it wasn't for the girls, then there wouldn't be any, which is insane. What people were really upset about was since everybody got a little podcast, Booker T went on to say how maybe there's a lack of talented black men
Oh
in
god.
WWE. And he said, "Oh, when I was wrestling, oh, I was in almost all the main events. I was on the pay-per-views and everything." I was like, "Really? Do you want people to believe that there's a lack of black men that are talented in WWE? That's not true. That's not true at all. He should have never said that. He should have never said that. Too many talented people over there. I know people don't like to have that race thing being thrown out there, but the thing is that when we watch these shows, whether it was wrestling or something else, what Booker T strikes back at Source Strickland. I don't know if anything new has come out in the last 2 days, but it has gone really, really crazy between Swerve, DJ Vlad, and Booker T. But Booker T, there's some things that he said that I agree with, and then the rest of it was just like, whoa, what the hell? What the hell? I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. And Sawyer, you about to get this title? You better shut your mouth. What the hell? I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Him. A lot of people have never seen what he looks like, so I I've only recently seen what he looks like, not too long ago. He's had a couple of wrestlers on the show. I've seen him. He did an interview with Mark Henry. He's had New Jack on there. I only watch it because
Mm.
I like New Jack. Um, those are the only two I can think of other than Swerve. But he can be problematic. And look how an interview with Swerve. Actually, the first thing that happened was Swerve and AJ Francis getting into it. I don't know if y'all have seen that, but AJ Francis didn't take kindly to what Swerve had to say, and he felt some type of way that, oh, I just saw Swerve at some event, and Swerve should have. Basically, he was trying to say like, if Swerve, you knew he was talking about me at the interview, why didn't you tell me that at the party on Sunday? And I was like, he didn't have to tell you anything. He doesn't have to tell
This
you.
match has broken down.
Well, as long as Cash loses,
He
there you go.
just lost.
Good. What was that Pat just grabbed from the ring? What was that?
Will Yuta brought something in. Oh, it's a
A hammer?
hammer. It's the ring hammer, ring bell hammer.
Look what time it is. Cope coming in there. Look at Willie.
Yeah, it all broken down. It was Cope and Claudio on the outside first, and then
It's
Yuta
too
rolled
late.
in. Yeah.
Too late. You could have broken the pin. Look at Dax. Pack says toodles. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what y'all thinking in terms of predictions, but I'm really on the fence here about this match in particular because I really do feel like if the Death Riders loses the titles, I would actually be okay if Mox ended up losing later on. Um, I would be okay with it if they just dethroned the whole motherfucking group. Cope, hopefully he does something about that hair before the pay per view.
He only has tomorrow.
Well, get to it. Get
He
to
needs
it. Why
like a
you
deep conditioning or
a
something.
very deep condition, a little color too. A little color too. Even if it's, I wouldn't say jet black or anything. I wouldn't even do a black. I wouldn't even do it, but it probably be a little too much for him. Colt look like he regretting this. He's like, why am I with these fools? Colt, I'll be your partner. I'm cool with that. All right, Shivani, I'm over it. All right, let's look at the bingo card for tomorrow. Get back to the top, Mr. Odizon. Okay, so celeb. I don't know who that be. Okay, we got blood. I can see that
Mhm.
happening. New AEW champ. This one I'm not sure. Submission victory. Okay, hangman. Oh, for the main event? This one I don't know. Special entrance. Maybe Swerve. Wardlow helps MJF. Now I want to see Wardlow too, but I don't know about that. Okay, table break. Okay, I can see that. Oh, he said Fletcher came up with some of these things. Okay. Ref bump, I can see happening. Roll up pin, hail to the non. Unique weapon. Okay, maybe during the trios match. Jim Ross, he'll be there for the main event.
Yeah.
Botchamania. Okay. Cheat to win. I can see that. Daniel Garcia might be the one too. Because remember, both them bitches going in as baby faces. I could see him probably getting desperate and cheating to win. Manager distract refs. Okay. Who would that be? Who got a manager?
Nana.
Oh, Nana.
It would either be Nana or Don Callis.
Don Cal. Oh yeah, Fletcher is on there. I forgot about that. Okay. Let's see. Panama Sunrise. That's the only move he can do anyway.
Ricochet is showing off his blood.
Look at this cute little outfit he wearing. He's really doing it with these hats. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. FTR turn, that is really possible.
Yeah, I could see
Not
that.
during the match though. I can see it like them being sore losers after losing, and one of them maybe most likely is looking like Dax. Post match attack, I can see that happening. Fight in the crowd, possibly. ECW wrestling mentioned.
Yeah, they're in
Okay.
Philly.
Oh, okay. Or if they're not mentioned directly, like indirectly. Funny sign. I like that sign, by the way. Let's see. Eagles attire. What
Philly.
who's from Philly over there in AEW? Or at least
Yuta.
that will be. Willie Yuta from there? Okay.
Yuta's a Philly boy.
Okay,
That's
I
the
didn't know
first one I
that.
can think of off the top of my head. I'm sure there's somebody else too.
Okay, so someone in the crowd too. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Nobody else from over there. He's not gonna have like his gear though. Whatever the Death Rider's wearing, he's wearing, I guess. A return. I don't know who would return, to be honest with you.
I mean, Wardlow.
Why is everybody saying Wardlow? Oh, you know what?
He was
There
backstage at one point.
so there's a promotion, I can't remember their name. They had Shelton and they had Wardlow, so I was supposed to be on their thing. First, Wardlow was supposed to be on the show, and they ended up pulling out. And to be honest, I was like, I don't know what Wardlow doing on there because he's been injured for quite some time. I don't know if I would have relied on him. But then they have Shelton on there, but they end up pulling Shelton out. He's champion. You can't expect for somebody who's holding a title at a major company to just be doing. It's a show. I think the one that they're doing in Massachusetts. The one that's coming out, I think, next week or something like that. So Shelton was booked to be on one of them shows, and they pulled him out, and people was upset about it. Oh well.
Ballet said Penelope is also from Philly.
Penelope? Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Okay. Mr. Alexov got a giant swing. Oh, you know that's happening.
Yeah, that's probably happening for sure.
and 3 black wins. Well, we know the Hurt
And
Syndicate winning,
there's one for sure.
Mercedes winning.
Yeah, that's two.
Who else is
So,
on there?
Swerve,
I don't know about that one.
and there's 2 more matches. Oh yeah, returns. Jack Perry. He said maybe Darby's climbing Everest. He's not back anytime soon.
Oh, they posted a date. They said what, April 14th, I think, for
Yeah.
Darby. April 14th. That is, well, that's definitely not tomorrow. Yeah, they're not even going to have like a little something for Darby before he leaves, because it could be the last time we see him.
I'm sure he has something privately.
And that's the thing too, because it does. So what I found out about like climbing Mount Everest is like there's a rule or something, like after a certain time you can't climb anymore, so you
Yeah, they
gotta
closed
camp
the
out.
season because it's way too dangerous.
Yeah, so like it's literally gonna take up to that fucking 2 months for him to do it.
Mhm.
Whoever it is that is just banking on
Oh,
Darby making it
Shane Taylor
all
Promotions.
in. Oh.
Shawn Dean had that crop top.
Oh, who are they talking about? Oh
Oh, no,
my
God, you're gonna
god.
get to the ops. Shit.
Please don't. For the pre-show?
Do you really think they're gonna put STP on the main show?
I mean, they could have did it on Collision next week. The ops though, y'all can't see, but I'm cloaking right now. I'm cloaking right now. Um,
Well, we still have the bingo card on screen.
what was my Bailey on here?
Well, Ricochet, I think Bailey has a match, and Ricochet is off to the sidelines. Ricochet just came out here.
Who he going against? Hey, you not giving me no handshake with your foot. I didn't. Hell no. Okay, Ricochet on commentary. Well, I'm not gonna lie. Mike does got a unique look. For a wrestler.
I mean, he's got to do that I know Taekwondo look.
Yes. Yeah, I
Also, he
like
could
it.
probably be part of Cobra Kai, the show.
I never really got into it.
I watched a few episodes. It was good.
I know some people that was obsessed, but it was like I just no, just didn't. I didn't care for it. But who he going against?
I don't know. Let's see.
I don't know about this.
Oh, Jalistica. I mean, this
Jalistica,
should be a good match.
I don't doubt that. But why they always losing? Always. When we
But
can't even get
look,
reached on
it's
TV.
Beast Mortos.
Beast Mortos. I had no clue. Yeah, I had no clue. Beast. Oh my God. That's a beautiful man. Oh my God.
He's got a beast chat going on.
Oh, okay. They chanting for
That's my
Beast.
one.
Beast Marthos could have gotten that match and took care of business. He would have took care of Speedball. Well, this is going to be a good match. We know the outcome.
Yes,
We
we
know
do.
it's too predictable at this point. Too predictable. Where the hell was I with the comments? Okay, so Al says, Yuta or Leo Rush might be the wild card wrestler in the tournament. No. I don't
No,
see it.
no.
I don't see it.
If they don't want to get booed out of the building,
It has to be somebody that's closely related to something with Hangman. We know it's not Christopher Daniels.
Nope.
They put that belt to rest. Um, Jeff Jarrett is the only one that makes sense. The only one that makes sense. But then again, it could be anyone else. Damn, look at Let's go. The Kinesio tape. Oh my god. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Kenny Omega could have been on commentary too. Mr. Aldeazar said they said Jade versus Naomi is the first ever straight up one-on-one with no title outside of the bra and panties type match
Ah,
at WrestleMania. Oh,
that's a deep cut.
well, damn.
I've been watching the Deadlock Boys talk about the old matches and the so Stacy and Trish went apparently Stacy and Trish went back and forth a million times.
Mm-hmm.
You could say there are like it was a bad comparison. It's just like our, Undertaker and Shawn, or like they had a series apparently. And I'm just like, but all of them were like either gravy matches, like bra and
Unnecessary
panties
shit.
matches,
Mm-hmm.
and like even they were just like, we're over this.
Hey, that's what Vince McMahon wanted to give y'all. That's what he wanted to give y'all. I can't believe he got the Kinesio tape on like that. Like that is wild,
Mhm.
wild, and we barely seen him in the ring. Roberta said Top Flight should really be hitting a gym or asking Triple H for some advice because I know how they not embarrassed standing next to Layla like that. She's doing charity work for them right now. I mean, I think they look all right.
Yeah, they look
Yeah.
fine. Like, and especially for what they do, I mean, they might have to tweak their moveset a bit if they gain too much muscle too fast.
And I did say like if Tony Khan would let them actually do something and have them sitting there and catering, we probably wouldn't have to worry about all that.
Oh,
Roberta said Billy Starks and Top Flight shop at the same Salvation Army location. Oh my god.
there ain't anything wrong with shopping at Salvation Army. Some
Let
of
me tell
us
you
don't want to
something.
spend like $15 on a t-shirt.
Yesterday, I went to I was just looking for last minute things to buy before going to Chicago. I found this thrift store that I walked by like a billion times. So I live in a college town,
Mhm.
Texas AMU, whatever the hell they call it.
Yep.
Them college kids, they don't wear the clothes that they fucking buy and they just give it away. Everything is brand new.
Yep.
I walked in there and I could not even believe it. I couldn't even believe the shit that I brought home yesterday because I was just like, how is it that all these things are secondhand and no one using it? All the tags that are still on these things were so shocking to me. I'm going back there on Monday. I'm going back there on Monday. I've never seen anything like that in my life. And
You're
it's
you're
interesting.
you're really lucky. Like the thrift stores around here are picked clean because we are a college town.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Oh yeah, like when I went there, I didn't see like any college students there because they're the one who's giving all their shit away. But like if you go like to Goodwill or what's the other one? Goodwill, something else. I don't know if there's a Salvation Army in my area, but Goodwill, the prices are absolutely insane, and they don't even do the color coded discounts anymore.
That sucks.
They don't do them anymore. I don't know. I don't know about like your area, but in my area, they're just like, nope. They don't even do the senior discounts anymore. And they probably kept the military, but other than that, all that shit is out the window, and they're just giving garbage shit that they probably picked out the damn garbage, and they putting these big price tags on, which is insane.
Yeah, I haven't
Insane.
been going
It's
to a Goodwill in a year, so I haven't seen.
these people. It's not worth it. Goodwill's not worth it. Mr. Alders also said, I miss old Jamie Hayter. Ballet said, Billy is finally wearing something decent. Yes, finally. Mr. Alders also said, this is too much Becky Lynch ish. But I like the color on her, though. Right? I think it looks good.
Yeah.
Looks good on her. Jamie Lee said, all I see is Scooby Doo. Roberto said 25% and not 20%. He's really doing magic. Sometimes, like, I see it's not necessarily 25%. So, well, I didn't check for this time. Sometimes what it is that there's 25% is the max, but that depends on what type of merch you're buying. So the shirts would be like 10%, DVDs at 25%. Like, it really depends on what you are buying because it changed in terms of what you're saving. Chris says Jamie Powers or Austin Hater. Mr. Arlito said Dr. Evil last night as Seth was funny. Oh, those red boots. You ever whatever those red boots that Seth was wearing that one time? Um, Sonata was wearing them last night, and he's smashing everybody's head with guitars and shit.
I know. I heard about that.
So
I don't know what they
we're
did to
doing
my
that.
boy.
We're doing that now.
My boy.
It's a phase. It's a phase. He'll get out of it soon. Mr. Olizon said, did Tati and GM speak on Kevin Owens' legit serious neck injury and him addressing the crowd?
That fucking sucks, man.
Well, how long what happened? He
He
gone for a
pulled
long time?
he's pulled out of WrestleMania. He spoke about it last night.
Live on the show, like in front of the crowd?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, hold on, Beast Muertos.
Yeah. And it wasn't an angle because, Randy like hugged him and stuff afterwards. And then Aldous get RKO'd because he told Randy he didn't have a match at WrestleMania because Owens had to pull out.
Well, what he needs surgery?
I don't know if he needs surgery, but I know he has neck issues.
God damn. It's not pretty. It's not pretty.
Oh, he didn't hug him on screen. Maybe that was an exclusive. I know they shook hands at least or something like that.
Neck issues is the worst. I've had a fractured neck. It's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. So I mean, I hope for a speedy recovery. Hopefully he won't need a surgery or anything. Neck injuries, I mean, like any injury is bad enough, but neck is one of the worst.
Oh, they just
To
looked at each
experience.
other. All right, I remembered wrong. But yeah, neck. Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with neck
Wait,
injuries.
who was
So
he supposed to go against though?
Randy.
Oh, Randy. Well, I'm assuming somebody's gonna take that place.
Yeah.
Uh-uh. Well, we knew
Yeah,
Mike
we
was
knew this
gonna
was gonna
win.
happen.
Right. Right.
He's bleeding a little at the forehead. Just a little nick.
Dang. Well, prayers for Kevin. Yeah, hopefully it's like I said, a speedy recovery. And that's another thing too. Like these wrestlers, they wait, hold on.
And he
What the
low blowed him.
Oh well. Kenny coming out though, right? Ain't a hidden blade.
Spirit gun.
The same thing, right?
Pretty much.
Then you see Mike's chest?
Yeah. No, Drillisico like hit him, chopped him real hard a few times.
Well damn. Ricochet, they need somebody to take the pin tomorrow night. That's why you in that match. Um, it's not looking good. But where are the girls? We haven't seen the girls all night. Any of the girls booked for the night?
I don't know.
This show is giving tape vibe for real.
Ray Venus ugly cried on an exclusive.
Oh, Thunder Rosa, Statlander. When is this match? Uh huh. Nothing personal. I heard that, Papa Rosa. We would have round one would have started right there. Y'all gonna have to bring out a referee and everything. You gonna snatch me up. I cannot believe. You know what? Let me. What's the next comment? We got Kevin in the house. Hello, Kevin. How are you? Roberto said QGM. That was fire. Mr. Owens of KO has faced nothing but legends in his WrestleMania career. It ends now. Kevin says Megan 2.0. Is that movie really coming out?
Yes.
I thought it
There's
was
a
a
Megan
joke.
coming, Megan 2.0 coming out.
We just doing anything. And you know what?
Mhm.
I thought about it the other day that we have like I would say not even 130 years of cinema, and y'all fucking remaking movies.
Independent movies is where it's at. So my friend watches a lot of like the Sundance Film Festival stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
there's a couple of movies he told me about which I would love to check out. So it doesn't sound funny, but there is a movie out there. I don't know how long it is, but it's a woman who switches personalities with a chair.
A what?
A chair. And she finds out people are more like her more when her personality is a chair.
A chair.
A chair.
GM. What's the name of that movie?
Oh, I mean, I could look for it. It should be easy to find.
Oh, wait a minute. The tag team match. Okay, there we go. Why did I forget about this? Why I was thinking this was on the pay per view. First of all, CEO looks amazing. That color on her looks great. Harley I too. Oh, Harley had said that Puppet Monet was Mercedes' idea. Isn't that cute?
It was cute. The comedy drama is called By Design. If you want to watch it,
By design.
By Design movie.
I'm not even
Yeah,
trying to
my
be funny,
friend
but
loved. My friend loved it.
I
So
knew it was gonna be a white lady. I knew it. This is crazy. People prefer you when you have a personality of a chair. I would
mhm.
be crying. I would be crying. There's no way. But I did save it here. What is that on Tubi?
I don't know actually.
I actually don't see it on any streaming platform.
It
I
was
don't
just at
know.
Sundance, so in January, so it might take a bit to get on streaming.
Okay. I still didn't see the Queen movie, the Queen of the Ring movie. I don't know where that's at, but I do want to check that out though. They only had that thing on theater for like it wasn't even a month, probably not, which is crazy. Al says a little blast from the past. Yes, roundabout. Bella says Adam Cole has been working out a bit. I agree, a bit. Roberta said Toast watching the real show. Bella says Toast don't want to be bothered. I don't blame him. Mr. Aldezon said Adam Cole looks more defined now in his arms. Well, he's doing a little something. Something. Said Toast sees Sting in the rafters. Oh my god.
Ah!
What the fuck? Hey, did y'all see that picture of Sting? I don't know if it's a real picture. I was trying to see if it was AI or not. Sting with like a long beard is a long beard. I
I know
gotta
he's been growing
see.
it out, so
I don't know if it was AI or not. There's y'all be relying so much on these AI pictures. I don't know what's real anymore. I don't know what's real. Mr. Aldezo, if you got it, can you put it? Let me see if I can put it on the screen. I don't like I said, I don't know if it's real, but it was very interesting. Mr. Aldezo said that post breakup workout regime. DMD broke his heart. Oh my god.
I mean, it's an old Reddit trope. If you get divorced, you have to lawyer up and go to the gym.
Hmm. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Make her wish she had you back. To be honest, he probably was lousy in other things too, but I mean, as long as he looks better, that'll probably make her think about it a little bit. Kevin said that's probably his spirit right now. Said
Yeah,
you better not have
don't
a
don't say that.
Ouija board.
I don't have one.
My mouse is a Ouija. My mouse pad is one. You want to see it? I have a mouse pad. I feel so lame about it, but I don't know. I'm into that type of stuff. So yeah. So while I'm over here moving the mouse around, summoning God knows what. Oh, and let me just say this. All these predictions that I'm seeing everybody saying about Megan winning, y'all are tripping. Y'all are tripping. No, Mr. All is all. That's not the picture. Let me see if I see it. Let me see if I see it. It was a picture of him. I think it was this weekend or something at an autograph signing. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna put it on the chat. Is that Renee that's talking in the background?
Yeah.
I don't like her voice over these things. She doesn't have like a strong voice. They could have got another girl for this. Okay. Well, main event time. CEO's coming out. CEO. CEO. That better not be kinesio tape on her knee. What is that?
It is. I think it's wrapped.
Was Mercedes born in Boston?
Yeah, she is from. I think she's a little bit out of Boston. When people say they're from Boston, sometimes they're like a little bit out. No, it's that tape.
A few minutes
It's just
out.
her gear. A few minutes out, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
she's from the area. She actually trained. I believe she trained with at Chaotic Wrestling or at one of their schools, and one of the War Raiders was her trainer. I think I remember
Really?
that correctly. Yeah. I think he was
Okay.
really rough with like all his trainees though.
So
Oh
here's the picture. Now, like I
my god!
said, I don't know what this is, but they said this was Sting this weekend. So I don't know. It this can't be real.
That's gotta be AI.
There you go. Y'all them little AI pics. There's just no way. But he has been growing out his beard.
Yeah, he has been, but it's not that crazy.
He probably doing. He didn't do anything else. He might as well. Harley Cameron. Oh yeah, she is her partner.
Oh yeah, that's probably yeah. It looks like a more recent picture of him. So no, it's not that crazy.
Yeah, I think this is from a few months back. I don't. Yeah, might as well. Yeah, now that I see it, can't be real. Can't be. Didn't he say this is his last year of doing like meet and
Yeah,
greets and stuff like that? Sting said, "I'm done with y'all. I gave y'all damn near my whole life. I'm done." He seems like somebody who's really gonna retire and stay retired. Maybe that's a cute jacket Harley wearing. That's cute. Mr. Ellis. It is given that. It is. Julia in here? I didn't remember this. Julia teaming up with Athena?
yep.
Yeah, Sting, this is his last year doing a little meet and greets or whatever. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and see where he's going to be at. If y'all want to get a chance to see him for this last time. Ain't his kids training?
Yep. I think one of them was training with Darby too before
Darby?
the yeah.
Nope. Nope. Y'all could have looked for somebody else. Not Darby, because Darby would try to get them to be like him. Oh, I remember this. When that's when CEO first came, right?
Yeah.
Was that show when there was when there was in Boston and they pretty much sold
Yes.
out and
I
everything?
Yep. That was Boston, I believe.
Or who do you think? Hey, Sting, you know what? They petty like that back there to honestly it shouldn't be an issue in terms of
Yeah.
because
He
I
let
mean
Billy Gunn do it.
I don't think there's an issue with Sting being over there. I know Sting is still somewhat of a hot commodity at this point, despite him being retired. So if he goes over there to induct Lex, it's a big deal. It's a big deal that it even happened. But I don't know if that would be the case. And if it's not him, DDP, I don't think nobody care about that. Tony Khan, first of all, Tony Khan would have to say yes. He not that petty, right?
Nah, like I said, he let Billy Gunn do it when
He not that
so
petty. I think he'll be all right with it. But you know, WWE also have to agree to let that happen. It's not a big deal.
yeah.
Personally, not a big
Tony a
deal to me.
couple weeks ago claimed him and Sting haven't talked about it yet, so
Oh, okay.
who knows?
Interesting. Where was that media thing y'all was talking about? Some interview that Tony was doing. Where they posted that at? I want to see what he said. They go Billy Gunn with the struggle ponytail. Um I personally I don't see an issue. I don't see an issue. I know sometimes a fan makes it a big deal, but sometimes these companies make it a big deal too. Sting is already retired. I know he got some kind of contract with AEW, whatever, but this is a once in a lifetime type of situation where you're retiring and this is a special moment for somebody and this politics over oh because you over there in that other company you can't abduct somebody like that's petty to me. It's petty to me. Petty. Now we're gonna get Athena and CEO in here, right? I hope so. Okay, Julia. So Julia look good.
Yes.
She looks good. I like this gear. This look new. I don't know what we doing with and Brody's okay, right? He's not hurt.
Nothing about Brody.
Dang, what year was this picture from? Damn. Well, damn. Yeah, this type of situation, the pettiness, yeah, I need to put it aside and just give Lex what he want. Give him what he want. All right, at least Harley getting some TV time. You know, she's not the best, but she's definitely gone over with the crowd. So, you know, that's a good thing. The more TV time she gets, the better she should be in the ring. New Orleans, they go to New Orleans. Okay. Give me what I want. Yeah, I don't think Batista is in the Hall of Fame.
Nope.
He probably don't give a fuck either. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Not with a roll up. I don't see no roll ups up in here. What shoes is that? What the fuck? Them shoes are ugly. Yeah. I don't like it. It looks like something Adam Copeland would wear too. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. But we know Seth not known for fashion or anything.
Nah.
Whatever it is, whatever he can wear to get people talking. Commercial. Did we just come back from a commercial break? Uh, Roberto said 10 matches in one night better than uh what? Matches in 2 nights. At least Sunday will be entertaining in some way. Well, I would say that, last year people did think that night two was better than night one, which I agree. Um, I don't know. 10 matches is a little bit of an overkill, especially with the Owen Hart Cup tournament going on. They really didn't need to fill in the extra spaces with those matches because those matches could have literally been on Dynamite or Collision, and we would have still had enough time, more than enough time, before the Double or Nothing pay per view, before the final. So honestly, I don't know. They could have did something to have some extra girls on the show too. Ballet says, Booker T, knock it off. Booker T, let me tell you something. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but I do feel like he looks at himself as someone who has this high level of expertise. And it's like, bro, like you're literally sitting here and making it seem like, well, maybe WWE doesn't have enough black talented wrestlers. It's like, what? Why would you be saying that? Let's say if that was true. Why would you even be saying that? It's crazy. It's crazy. Ever since that situation happened from, I think that was from his show from Monday or something like that. That was from this week, and DJ Vlad, after all the receipts about him not wanting to be on his show and all that stuff, the whole thing got messy because then DJ Vlad took it up a notch, a few notches, by posting him being with some known sex offender wrestler trainer. I forgot his name. GM, you know what I'm talking about.
Jason, yeah, I know Jason France, I
Mm-hmm.
think.
So Booker T said that he didn't know who he was or whatever prior to that. He said, I don't have time to be checking for everybody or whatever, whatever. But then when I tell you the internet FBI's, y'all should be working for fucking DEA offices and all that shit. They went all the way back to 2022 when Reality of Wrestling pretty much denounced that they were even working with him and his wrestling school. So y'all knew of him back in 2022. Now that that whole thing had blew over, now Booker T is in several pictures with that sex offender guy, which is absolutely insane. It's like, bro, if you don't give a fuck, he's a sex offender. Just say that. You do what you want. That's on you. But you acting like you didn't know whatever when clearly your company put out a public statement about it 3 years ago. You knew what you were doing. Hmm. So honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Yes, Athena's in. I love the color of her gear. All them colors.
Yeah.
They're just gonna give us a little tease here for another 30 seconds before one of them end up tagging out. They don't want to give too much. This is what I want at All In. This is all I'm asking you for, Tony. Do I ask for too much? Give us these two girls at All In. I don't care what title it's for, even if it's for no title. Why did it take so long for her to be on TV? This is crazy.
Ask Tony Khan, I guess.
I wouldn't necessarily say this is a comedy team because wait a minute. The bracket for the Owen is Harley going against Mercedes again, something like that, right?
Um, no, Mercedes is going against Julia.
Oh well, Julia not making it too long.
Nope.
She not making it too long. Okay, then Harley, maybe Harley with Athena then.
Maybe. Let me see.
I don't know how Tony Khan is doing it when it comes to these tournaments. I
Um,
really love Julia's gear. It looks cute.
yep, it's Harley and Athena.
Well, we know where that's going. We know where that's going. Bella said DJ Vlad is a vampire. I
Hmm.
agree. Robert says Booker T and DJ Vlad at the main event of WrestleMania. Now, that might get me to watch. Maybe. David Valentine's in the house. How are you? Bella says no more giant swings. Oh no. We need that. Black Cats at a like STP, but damn, they're basically the wrestling equivalent of the Cleveland Browns. Like
Don't
I
do
don't know what
that.
Cleveland Browns is, but
Don't
that
do
don't
that. No,
sound
they
good.
suck. Don't do that to them. They're trying their best.
The talent is there. It's them not getting the opportunity to do anything more. If they're
That
going
sounds
against the ops, you see them beating the ops?
that sounds exactly like the Cleveland Browns.
It's not
You
looking
have
good.
no idea how real that statement is.
It gotta be that bad. It gotta be that bad. I honestly, the talent is there. The talent is there. Unfortunately, I don't know what they're doing with this group. Oh, Julia, Lord have mercy. Oh, okay, all the girls are in the ring. Tony Khan just announced it. Athena versus CEO at All In. Just announce it.
So, what happens at the Owen when Athena and Mercedes face each other?
I don't want that. They're on the same side, right?
Yeah, they are.
What is wrong with that man? I'm I'm over it. Oh, this is awesome. Okay. Put that on the bingo card. I know it's not ending with one of these two. Well, why didn't they just put Harley versus Julia or
Harley
something?
has to be taking the pin.
Wait, you're right, right? Because they're not. Yeah, Julia could pin her. Tony Khan not giving y'all no overtime on this. This is about to be over. Oh, what happened? She's struggling. Oh, submission. Harley, why the CEO? Why CEO just kind of ran? She damn. She didn't want that smoke. What just happened? I know she's not scared.
I mean, Athena could be a scary person.
Could be, or she also don't care about Harley. That's another thing. Okay, well, Julia with the win. We do appreciate that. Better luck next time, Harley. Oh, see, oh man. So we're gonna see Athena next week, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Yeah, probably.
not just for the Owen, but just like her, like literally being on the show. Well, there it is. Tony Khan said no overtime. We got other things to do. Well, that's it. The show not bad. It still just got that tape vibe, It was something different about it being tape. Who's that, Clark?
Mhm.
Oh, he's so cute. It was alright.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was fine.
alright.
I mean, yeah, it was taped after the show on Wednesday because that Death Rider girl sign girl was still there.
Yeah, I noticed a couple of same people in the crowd. Al says Mina Shirakawa has left Stardom. Sad week for me. Watching all of her farewell matches, it was hard seeing Mina come out without dancing, no boob shaking. She will be Miss in Stardom. She's AEW. Well, She'll be bringing all that over to AEW. I did see she was booked for a couple of matches for WrestleMania weekend, so that'll probably be before she even makes it to AEW again. Ballet says a foot shake. Don't be. I'm not a feet person. I'm not a feet. Oh, sorry, Mr. Olives. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a feet person. Um, Chris says a foot dap fap. Okay, what the fuck? Oh my god. David Valentine says breaking news: TNA Wrestling is coming out with a TNA International Championship belt that is going to be the big gold belt. Did they put out the picture of that title? Because actually, so what I saw was that it was supposed to be a tournament, for the title, and in the tournament there was just like one international wrestler in it. That's what I saw. So people was just like, well, what's the point if if people are not going to be international wrestlers in the tournament? I gotta see what this title looked like. I gotta see what this title looked like. Jay Billy said, "Unleash the Beast." Black Cat says Josh Alexander, but Josh don't got no. See, I'm not with it because of the history of Hangman being in AEW. I personally would not like to see someone new come in and beat Hangman. Or am I the only one feeling that way? Because why would Josh just come back and lose his first match? I don't know. Bella said the prices will go up some more. Roberta said, "Not ain't nothing wrong with that shop. Where you should, cause I do, lol. But if you're making money and in AEW, everyone is making money. Someone should direct you, especially with Layla shining like that." Well, I would say some of y'all not making as much as others.
Mhm.
Um, and then some of y'all don't got good fashion sense. Like Crew, Leo Rush, Ashley Andretti, I like them, but them jackets.
Nope.
Not only them red jackets, but you seen the suit that they were wearing, the tuxedo suits that were just like another version of them jackets.
Yep.
Ugly, ugly. Jay Billy said I live by a Goodwill and they have a lot of good stuff for good prices. Well, Jay Billy, I don't know where you live, but out here, overpriced garbage. Overpriced garbage. I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. And they got rid of all those good deals and everything. So it sucks. It absolutely sucks. In terms of thrift stores, the best ones I've ever went to were Salvation Army. They tend to have better stuff, at least from my experiences. Goodwill, they just tend to have the better deals. And if you happen to find what you're looking for with those deals, then that works out. But they ain't shit. They ain't shit. Ballet's throwing tomatoes at Ricochet in this economy. Can you believe it? Reverse said Ricochet looks like Spike Lee at a Knicks game. Oh, what the fuck? It says, I guess no matches, but backstage segments. He says, my Lord Bandito has made it to pay per view. I like Bandito.
Yeah,
He's
and he
good.
is good.
He's good. I would prefer for him to take the title off of Chris Jericho. At this point, I don't care who it is that take the title off of Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho doesn't add anything to Ring of Honor at all.
Nope.
At all. And to be honest, like I could not be Tony Khan right now and just thinking that Chris Jericho as Ring of Honor champion has done something for the brand. It has not. It has not. And that got nothing to do with everybody hating Chris Jericho because we do hate him. But he didn't bring anything to the brand itself.
Nope.
Jay Millie says Mercedes and Harley looking so good. I
They're very,
agree.
yep, they look very good.
He said my fantasy match is a three-way
Oh
with
my.
Mercedes, Harley, and me. Jay Millie, I thought he was gonna say something for real. Roberta says, wait a minute. We all sitting here wondering why there's no other women's matches. Then this one is the main. Hello, my he said, my fault. I had to LOL just plain sight. I actually forgot this was happening.
Yeah, I forgot too.
Should have felt like a bigger show, especially like the day before a pay-per-view. I don't really feel like we saw anything today that adds anything to pay-per-view tomorrow. Because that little
Not
sit
really.
down thing with Adam and Daniel Garcia, they gave me nothing.
Yep.
Gave me nothing. I can see more entertainment with two kids in kindergarten arguing during lunch. This did nothing. These for all I care, I would have vacated the title. I was like, fuck it, just vacate it and see who else can go for it. I don't find them their promo skills are not strong, and they're not bad in the ring or anything, but like Adam Cole, all these injuries and time off have not really been helpful for his career.
Nope.
Daniel Garcia should have been at a better point in his career if he wasn't rolling around with Chris Jericho and them. He would have been better off if he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
He's over here walking around with Daddy Magic. Daddy Magic standing back there trying to look all intimidating. So what is he doing? What is he adding to this whole thing? Nothing. Henny God's in the house. He says, sending love to the channel. Thank you.
Thank you, honey God.
Jay really said that was the other thing. Tony Khan said Sting can do the Hall of Fame. It's up to him. I'm pretty sure he would do it.
Yeah, if
As
if
long as
Sting wants to
everybody's
do
on
it,
board. As long as everyone's on board. So we'll see what ends up happening. They probably won't announce it. Do you think that they probably let's say if Sting was gonna do it, maybe they don't announce it and then the day of is when we see Sting just come on out? Maybe. I don't know, some shit like
maybe.
that. Roberta said the thing about Megan is when you see her, you forget about the others. She checks all the boxes. Blackhead said, "Is an AI? It's AI. I have the real photo. Oh, okay. So somebody pretty much just did whatever they felt like doing to the picture." Do 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 do. Bella says, "Papa Smurf." Roberta says, "Sting has been trying to leave forever now. Peeps just giving him money. Oh, just giving him Sting money." We talking about leave AEW? Is that what you mean? Jay Millie said, "Isn't it good to see Athena on Collision Wrestling?" Yes, but let me say this. People was mad that Athena was on Collision last week. They was like, "Oh, Athena, we waited so long for Athena to come, and she's on Collision instead of Dynamite." Does that matter to y'all? No, right?
Mm-mm.
She's there. I don't know what button I pressed just now. Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me. I get it. Like Dynamite's supposed to be their bigger show or whatever, but it doesn't matter. We waited this long. She could have came on Rampage for all I care. Jay Millie said TK giving us a sexy main event. Thank you, Tony Khan. Let's see. He said top pick is from the Crockett Cup in 1988 when Sting replaced Barry Windham after Windham heel turn on Luger. 1988, damn, babies. Chris says AEW needs a storyline HR rep. Mr. Holiday said, damn impressive, Jay Millie. Fletcher is in the house. He's late, but he's here. The Black Mike Tenay. What the hell? Jay Billy said, that's one of my favorite heel turns. Roberta says Carmelo Hayes reaches Booker knees, and Trick is a scrawny version of Booker with no hype or skills. Street Profits will not reach Booker, even if they had 5 decades. And Omos, well, you know what? Um, well, they're not horrible, right? None of them are.
No, those guys are I like those guys. The problem I have with Booker is he's not acting very professionally right now.
Mm-hmm.
He could have
Right.
just like not said anything.
Right.
And then
Mm,
none of this would have like nothing would have been dug up, no DMs. Like sometimes you just have to get off Twitter.
yes. Or the little podcast y'all doing. Y'all don't have to comment on everything because that's what really blew this whole thing up anyway.
Yeah.
And for the thing is that Booker doesn't see color. He's one of those black people that don't see color. He, which is honestly not necessarily true, because Booker T has also said that he was held back a lot in WCW because of him being black. But then here you are all these years later, and you're kind of making it seem like, well, I've been successful and it has nothing to do with me being black. That might be the case, but whenever things don't work out for you, that has something to do with you being black. I don't know. And these guys, Carmelo, Trick, and all these guys, I personally feel like it has nothing to do with them and their talent. That has to do with who they want to be on top. They're keeping the same people on top. I've been saying for so many years, like I'm fucking tired of saying the same thing about Montez, where it's just like these people are not moving up at all.
Nope.
At all, just so they can keep the same people at on top. And this is not even just a WWE problem, this is an AEW problem too. They keep trying to keep the same people on top, and it just happened to be that a lot of these black wrestlers who are really talented don't have a place in the main event spots, which really sucks. And instead of Booker T looking at the picture for what it really is, he works for them. He's not going to say anything that looks negative on them.
Nope.
And he said he was not like phased by that whole comment when Vince McMahon said the N word. Vince McMahon literally was, well, he was wearing a do rag and everything, pretty much mocking a black man and saying that to John Cena, who was like some kind of caricature of a black man. And it's no problem for Booker T. It's no problem for him. He's not going to see it for what it is. Even with Vinnie Mac not even being there right now, he's not going to speak out against anything at all. So for him to even say that, even if he felt that, why can't you, who work over there, talk to these guys and say, hey, maybe y'all need to be doing a little bit more. Let me help y'all or something. If you really felt that about these young men, I didn't agree with that at all. Jamie Lee said Vince booked Bobby versus Drew WrestleMania WWE title match to open WrestleMania Night One and close Night One with Sasha versus Bianca for SmackDown Women's title, while Hunter hasn't even done that for a regular paper PLE. Roberta said that the men that can shut Booker T up left and right, they're AEW champs right now. Oh, well,
Mm.
someone's going to take care of that. He's one of those few black guys I can honestly say like they've had um they had a good run, a few good
Yeah.
runs. Not a lot of black wrestlers can say they've had a lot of the accomplishments that Booker T has had.
Yeah,
So
that's why he mentioned Shelton and Bobby. I don't see Shelton and Bobby getting into this.
oh no, they're
They
not gonna get into this.
yeah, they're just like, nah, we gotta be professional. We gotta not get into
Yeah, it already got messy when they brought that sex offender dude into the situation. I was like, all right, this has took a turn that I don't think anybody was expecting. So there you go. Mr. Olidoff said, "Keep the Browns slander coming." Oh, I guess that's a team that everybody hates or something.
Nah, they haven't been good for a while, and they finally got basically. So basically, how it usually works, Tati, is when you because like if you are the lousiest team, you get first draft picks. Um, during the season, if you're the bottom of the barrel, you get first picks at the draft. So that way they can get better talent on the worst teams, you know, to ideally circulate So
Is
people
that really
still
how it is, or just
it
happens to
is.
seem like
No,
that?
that is how it is. Like, for
Oh,
example, there was a big controversy, during the football season where if, the Patriots have lost a game, that would have put them, like, near the bottom of the rankings, they would have gotten a first draft pick. Me and my husband and my dad, who's a huge my dad's a huge football fan, was saying, like, we should trade our first round pick for, like, a second round pick so we can get 2 guys because we don't need the QB. The QBs are usually the guys who go you pick first because they're usually the most sought after.
mhm.
Anyways, yeah, Mr. Alday Sauce, like, yeah, they get the first pick in the next
But
season.
why isn't it the best getting to pick first, right?
Because then you have that problem like wrestling has where they get they stay on top. You don't want that.
I hear you, but interesting. I didn't know it was like that.
But, like, if you win the Super Bowl, you get, all the accolades and recognition that comes with it. You don't need
But it doesn't seem like them getting first pick helps anyway. They're still the worst according to y'all.
over time, they get better. And the Browns are getting like, their team is getting better, but it's not there yet.
Very interesting. I had no clue it was like that. Well,
Yeah,
for anybody in Cleveland, I ain't say nothing about y'all team.
yeah.
That was
That's why the Pats
Mr.
are
All Days Off and them, the GM. That was not me.
No,
That was not me.
the Pats have good parts, but they have a lot of holes everywhere. I also slander the Browns because that's Miz's team, and it's
The
always fun.
Miz. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
the Miz is a huge Browns fan.
Have they ever won a Super Bowl?
I don't. If they have, it was a very, 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 very long time ago. But I don't think they have won a Super Bowl. Um,
That's crazy. Well, like I said, that wasn't me with the slander. I don't know nothing about this.
nope. No, they won 4 championships in 50, 54, 55, and 64, but they never reached the
Okay.
Super Bowl, so they haven't.
Well, that seemed like that was a good time for them. That's way behind us now.
Yeah.
So, good luck with that. Mr. Ollie's also said nice main event. Tony is giving the women's division main event slot. Well, yeah. See, well, that's a good thing. I still feel like there's a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. Mr. Aldazon said up next, Athena versus Mercedes, main event of All In. Oh, could you imagine? Main event? I'd
Mhm.
take it.
I take
I'd
it
take
too.
it. Especially Athena's from Texas, so why not? The people there actually would appreciate that. Mr. Majestic says a pretty good episode of AEW Collision. You all please have a safe night and a blessed upcoming week. Oh baby, I sure will. When I get my hands on Zack Sabre Jr., Lord have mercy, this is all I've ever wanted. This is all I've ever wanted. We have Kileo in the chat. What's going on?
You're
Jay Billy said every match is a three-way two in the tournament. Mr. Alexander said someone said there's a big time space between the Owen and the fight. That's what I was saying. That's why they wouldn't even need to have had those matches at the pay per view. If they didn't put those matches at the pay per view, it would have still been a big space in between that and the actual finals. But it didn't make sense. Y'all could Okada not doing anything with that title.
nope.
He's not doing anything. They could Leo Rush and them they could have actually been on that pay-per-view because the story has been going on for a little bit, right? So, well, okay, well, maybe not that, but something. We could have been doing something else. And I don't know. I don't know. They even put that shit on the pre-show anyway, so whatever. Fletcher says, Mommy Tanker, did you see Charlotte and Tiffany? Oh yeah, we were talking about it earlier.
Yep.
I wonder if she crying under the sheets. The
Kaiser's
Boston
probably.
chocolate.
I mean, Kaiser's bringing her chocolate and like getting Uber Eats and stuff like that. Probably.
It's insane. It's insane. I don't believe the Kaiser was hitting her up. That much I know. I really don't think so. What really got me was when Andrade had the happy birthday message on X or whatever. To be honest, at first I looked at it as an innocent thing. Maybe they're not together, but they're like, I won't say
Cordial.
friends, but
I
yeah.
mean, they're probably cordial. They probably like separated. If you saying happy birthday with no like malice behind it, they probably like separated on mutual terms.
But hold on. Now I don't know if anybody knows. How long they y'all know what year they were together? At
You
least
can
started.
you can take a
So
look.
people are trying to do the math because it was just like that son that Andrade just had that popped up out of the blue a couple of weeks ago.
I think he's too
Um,
old.
he's
I
too old.
already he's too old for it because Charlotte started dating Andrade because it was in her. I looked it up in her wiki when they started dating in 2019.
2019.
Andrade's son is,
They
let me
said he
take
was
a
like
look.
6 or 5.
Yeah, and she would have looked pregnant. You know how paparazzi gets.
That's somebody else, baby.
Yeah, it's somebody else's kid. 100%.
Right.
Yeah, they started
But then he cheat on her.
um so the so 6 years
The
ago
theory
they started dating.
the
6 years
theory
ago.
is that around the time that they first started dating, he cheated on her, had this child, kept this child a secret until recently. And that was the grounds of divorce for them. Now, hey, look, Russell Tati didn't say, I'm just saying what people are saying. I don't know what's true or whatever. But when, he posted that picture of that little boy, I was like, since when he had a child?
Who
I
knows?
don't know.
Or maybe it could have been simple, maybe as simple as, they weren't doing very well. Maybe he wants to focus on the son a little more. And
Mm-hmm.
maybe she didn't want to be a stepmom. Could have
It's
been just
2025. We all gonna be step parents. It is what it is.
but it could have
Um,
just been something simple as that. So that's one side of the coin. This is another. Maybe it's all a mixture of who knows, unless they ever say
that is
anything.
true. That is true. So it can be a whole bunch of things. Who knows? Andrade could be a really nice partner or a shitty one. I
I
don't know.
mean, he's probably not as shitty as her previous partners. Hopefully, the ones that
Well,
were like downright abusive. Like
well,
she hasn't said anything like unless there are
um,
NDAs, unless they were NDA signed.
she with homeboy from NWA?
Yes,
Well,
Thomas Latimer, and apparently I think he's a piece of shit.
well, who are you with now?
He is with Camille, I think.
Camille. Oh yes. I'm just gonna say this. Why y'all passing these people around? Well, why y'all passing these people around like this? This is crazy. This is crazy. When you really sit there and think about it, everybody's been amongst the same people. Hell no. I can't do it. I can't do it. There's no way. David Valentine said, GM, check out the NWA Wrestling. They are quietly rebuilding themselves with territories under the NWA banner. You're going to like some of the territories.
I really really enjoyed WA Power when it first came out. This was back when Ricky was there and LA Knight was there. It was legit awesome. Like Eddie was there. It was great. And that
Yeah, I don't know who over there now. I'm
and
not even gonna lie.
then they gave the title to the Funkasaurus, and yeah.
Oh yeah, he did have that title,
He had it
and
for a long time.
he used to be on Fox News or some
He
shit with
brought it
this.
with him to Fox News, and I just
That
was
is
just
not a
like, "Fuck this
flex.
shit." Yeah,
That
so
whole situation is not even a flex.
I might check it out again, but it's been a while. It left a bad taste in my mouth when that started happening, especially because Billy Corgan is kind of eh.
Eh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fletcher says, I honestly think Tony Khan should stop with Collision when it's pay per view weekend. It's not worth it exposing the wrestlers tonight when they have a pay per view tomorrow. Well, they
I,
did tape this one on Wednesday, but I
yeah,
do agree. We don't
I
really
get
have to do it.
I get kind of scared because just like so many injuries are like the three injuries like off the bat.
Oh my God, Mark David. Mark David, I need to do a little research on that just to make sure. Just to make sure. Because Mark David just got back.
Yeah, but if Newsweek is reporting on it,
That's the thing. That's the thing right there. That's what's making me a little nervous. I need to see something. I need to see a little bit more. Bailey said 1988 was a good year. Mr. Aldazal said, LOL, Leo nicknamed him Champagne Taste Roberto. A heel elitist gimmick is perfect. Roberta says, feel bad for Athena. She's definitely going to have to channel her inner Cody tonight. She carried three peeps. No, I think everybody did good.
no, I think they did fine. They did fine.
Yeah, I think everybody did good. He said, if it's about being a pro, then y'all got it. But he's just speaking facts. LOL. Yes, Booker. Nah, I don't necessarily agree. I feel like when he talked about himself and his experience, that let me just say this. If you go back and look at some of Swerve's past interviews, he's also, well, at least at that time, one of those blacks that are just like, I don't want to be known for being black. I just want to be a man that wrestles. You know what I mean? They try to keep that part out. And I don't know what it is. Since then, he's changed his mind on that. I guess you could change your mind or whatever. But Booker T is one of those few black guys that have, a lot of accomplishment that a lot of these guys don't have. So if you really felt like the current black men that are on that roster is not delivering what they should, you work over there. Go talk to them guys. Don't put them down so you can prove a point over Swerve Strickland, who don't even work over there.
He kind of, oh my god, he kind of reminds me of like how the boomers say to us, just pull yourself up your bootstraps and get the house. I'm just like, do you have $1 million?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I
Because
don't know. I didn't
yeah,
agree.
my parents when they bought their house, it was $55,000
Well, there
for
you go.
yeah,
Things change.
yep,
Things change. That
yep.
55,000. Imagine if you could buy a house for 55,000, and not some run down piece of shit $55,000 house. I mean, like something that's moving ready, damn near.
Mm,
You can't. That's unheard of. 55,000. No way. Um, Killia says color at convenience.
mm.
Jay Millie says 88 was a good year in wrestling. The AWA was still good too, but WWF and NWA was cooking. Mr. Aldazo said do rag Vince. Mr. Aldazo said Vince, what's up, my ninja? Booker T. And that's the thing too, because Booker T had that surprise look. Whether they told him to do it, whatever, he had that surprise look. Like if it didn't feel like, at least to the character, that it was wrong, then he wouldn't even had a reaction towards it at all. But here you are, all these years later, making it seem like it was okay, that it was no problem. I don't know.
Sorry, I
Go home.
saw somebody post a picture of the crew tonight, and the caption was, "Cruna virus"
Oh,
with the jackets.
you know what? What the fuck? When you said the jacket, that even brought a even worse image in my head. But well, there you go. They're a great team. They just have nothing going on. Nothing going on other than forcing Nick Wayne to join them. I don't know what that's about, but whatever. Whatever. Roberta said, "Yeah, I don't know why peeps are rewriting things about Vince." David says one of the best heel turns ever when Shawn Michaels threw Marty Jannetty through the window on set of the Barbershop segment on the hosted by Brutish the Barbershop. Fletcher says Austin Aries is on MLW. Oh, they got a show on tonight. Roberta said, yeah, Lashley at post scrum was like, why
I
is he still
remember
talking about
that.
Bobby is a black Latino. They
Yes.
will be the first ones to be as black as my microphone and tell you they're not black. They are the first ones. So that don't count. That don't count. Mr. Alden's said, Browns, y'all trash. I said it. LOL. Y'all are right. Well, who's your team, Mr. Alden's off? Y'all are rivals. Okay. Jay really said Browns haven't been good since 1987, but seriously, Browns are well. Damn.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of
Do they
Browns hate.
ever? Do they? I know this might sound stupid to say, but do they ever like get rid of teams if it's just like not worth having around?
I mean, you have teams that move, like the LA Chargers became the Las Vegas Chargers. I mean, it's not uncommon for that to happen, or you get new teams like I think, relatively speaking, the Houston Oilers are newer. When did they form? Because they weren't around when the Oilers, Houston Oilers, football team founding. Oh, never mind. They were okay. Maybe not the Oilers.
Houston has a team.
Yeah, Houston has a team.
Is that why they're building like a stadium? Because
Well,
I
it
live like two
was
hours away,
they were
and
founded in 60, but then not anymore in 1996.
so they
Final
got
year.
rid of it.
Yeah, they got rid of. So yeah,
Well, the Browns might be next. What y'all talking
nah.
about?
The Browns are going to stay around forever. They're a staple, just like the
Well,
Detroit
who's over
Lions.
there? You like
I don't know. I
nobody?
don't know them that well.
Well, they aren't that bad.
The poor
Fletcher
Detroit
said
Lions.
he said, "Why is the IWC shitting on Frazier for that botch spot last night? It happens."
And they hyperfixate. Everybody, they have. I think the IWC has ADD or something. Something happens. Ooh, what's that? And then something else happens. Ooh, what's that?
Mr. Oldies also said there are four women's matches at WrestleMania: Bianca versus Io versus Rhea,
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte versus Tiffany, Jay
Mm.
versus Naomi, and Liv and Raquel versus winner of the Gauntlet tag on SmackDown next week.
Okay, that's cool.
Well, at least the ladies are getting TV time.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be, you know. Well, it is between two nights though, so still, you know, Tony Khan, I don't want to hear nothing about two women's matches at All In because they can surely do more than that. Jay Millie says David Valentine, that was iconic. We seen it coming, but like that though. Kilio said hello to the chat. It's been a long day. Said what I missed on Collision, was it good?
It was okay.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
okay.
What
It's fine.
GM said.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Fletcher said Kaiser, stop with the DMs, bro. No, he didn't DM her.
Yeah. No. 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 No.
I ain't even worried about it. I know it. Jay Billy said if Tony Khan books Mercedes versus Athena for the main event, think about what the status puts Mercedes to have been main evented on WWE biggest show and AEW biggest show. I don't know if they would do it. I would be okay with doing that, you know. And I think the best way to probably have gone about that is by not having them on the same side of the bracket for the damn Owen. So we'll see. We'll see.
I'll give it a chance to see what they're planning. I'll give it a chance.
It's Tony Khan we're dealing with here. It's Tony Khan. Jamili said, I got some trivia for you. How many wrestlers main evented both WrestleMania and Starcade? How
Oh, I
many
have no
wrestlers?
fucking idea.
Shit, I'm just about to throw a number out there. 5? No, 5? That sounds like a little bit much. Maybe 3. Maybe 3. I'll go with 3. Roberta said, when I went to the last Starcast for Flair's last match. Roberta, you went there?
That was a car crash.
You couldn't
When
pay me.
I watched it. I watched a Matchtron. I didn't buy a pay per view, but I watched it afterwards, and I was just like, I can't. it was very, very hard to sit through.
It was. And I think the issue for me was the referees and then the people back there watching the match. Nobody just thought this end this shit. Nobody thought that. Crazy. He said, I just stared at Andrade like, why are you here? A phony. Hey, the only reason why they were doing that was because Ric Flair was not going to be able to have a one-on-one match with
No.
somebody.
No, absolutely
No
not.
way.
He needed God.
It's typical though, especially when these a lot of the legends, the older they get, the more likely their last match is going to be a tag match because they need somebody to help them at least catch a breather or two throughout the match. So, I
Yeah.
mean, it didn't surprise me, but at times where I was just like, "Is this bitch dead?"
Mhm.
You
Very
should
much.
not be watching a match and feeling like that. This is not even a Darby Allin match. We're talking about Ric Flair, who seemed to have been dead several times during that match, and nobody did a damn thing about it.
Yeah.
Crazy. Mr. Ali also said, imagine two wrestlers with five titles between them, and they can't even main event a pay per view. LOL, that's wild. Hey,
Yep.
it's simply because they're women.
Yep.
I really do believe that.
Yep.
I believe that. Kilio said Fox News.
Yep.
Ballet said Tony the Khan can be a goofy at times. Absolutely. And
Yep.
you know, another thing too, like Tony Khan, there is so I always say like Vince McMahon has pretty much laid out a blueprint in terms of what we see as wrestling today, but it doesn't have to be that. Like Tony Khan can literally just be doing his own motherfucking thing that really sets aside AEW from all the other wrestling promotions. And even something as what seems simple as saying two women main event your biggest show of the year, if he did that, that would be fucking amazing. That would be changing the game if he would have did something like that. And I feel like that is not going to happen. I don't see it happening. Roberta said, can Riddle keep that title in a 40-man battle royal, or has Bischoff got his number? MLW on tonight too? Let me tell you something. Bischoff over there, so I'm not over there. What's the next comment? Dictator Monks wouldn't let that happen, Mr. Alazov. Oh, okay. It is five. Hogan, Flair, Savage, Piper, and Sid. Well, I did said five at first, so I was right the first time. Said Mello and Miz are heating up because they're awesome. Let's see, Mr. Aldays. No, that is Kinleo. Kinleo said facts. He works there, and if he was the talent, I'd feel offended if he said that after the work they put in weekly. Yeah, they put in a lot of work.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have said that. When
I
you
won't.
over here trying to prove a point in a beef with somebody else, don't get innocent people catching strays in this. Not good. Roberta said, "Oh snap, y'all nailed it. QGM, when your parents bought a house for 50 grand, they were getting paid 3 cents an hour. Yes, Booker is literally telling them to man up. If the Briscoes can say it, so can but I don't know. They would also need the opportunities too. They would
Mhm.
also need the opportunity to. At the end of the day, these guys have no say so in terms of where they are in the card, even sometimes of what they do in the match. Like you are literally told what to do. So if they're never in a situation where they're in a better position in the card, it's not them. It's literally not them. They want to keep the same people out on top all the time. These guys are, I don't want to say that they're never going to get a chance, but they're going to wait until CM Punk can't do it no more. Seth can't do it no more. Drew and all these people, they're going to wait until all these people can't before we finally get a chance to see these guys rise to the top. And honestly, y'all wasting some of their young years to do all this. Ugh. Fletcher says you're doing 2K, King Leo. So it's funny with this racism stuff, but no one talks about the New Day. They've had a nice push during the years. This Levesque sees no color is getting out of proportion. Oh, baby, we talking about Booker T. We're not even talking about Paul LeBay. I mean, when you have New Day over here being fucking clowns, this is exactly how they want y'all to look like anyway. Bella said, I agree. King Leo Booker just crapped on all of the brothers in AEW NXT. That's what I'm saying. Even if y'all don't even like them,
Yep.
from a professional standpoint, he should have never said that just to make a point to Swerve Strickland, who's not even watching your damn podcast. He should have never said that. They should have never had to catch any strays for you to make a point. Let's see. Jamie Lee said Fletcher New Day was still under Vince when they had their run. Roberto said, if anything, Peeps should have expected Frazier to botch. None of those guys are on their level. That's why they're already over 90% of the roster. Oh. Xavier, poor guy, without any singles title reigns in WWE. Go back to TNA, bruv. Oh, well.
I mean, he won King of the Ring. That was pretty much his dream. Like before he won, he talked about it all the goddamn time, even on his YouTube show.
Well, there's that. I'm pretty sure he would love to have some titles, though, some single titles under his
Yeah,
belt. Jay Billy says the AWA, NWA, WCCW, WWF put on G matches. Flair versus Steamboat, Henning versus Lawler, C. Adams versus Kevin Von Erich, Mega Powers Explode, Harley Race versus Flair, Hogan versus Iron Sheik, a Monday Night Wars. They really said the Browns are the Ravens, and the Browns became the expansion team. What does that mean?
I'm not sure about that history. Maybe Mr. Outlazoff can explain that to us.
Kileo said the whole locker room should just be like, "We not good enough." Well, I mean, I think that they are, but still, opportunities. We need opportunities, and like I said, I'm not just saying this just to talk about WWE. Like this is the issue with AEW as well. They have an issue with keeping the same people on top all year round, every motherfucking year, and it's just like a lot of these people have been there since y'all opened the damn doors, and they have nothing to show for it. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Jamie Lee said David Valentine, ESPN was dope for having WCCW and AWA and later GWF. Great. Those matches were so great. David Valentine said, GM, do y'all remember the tag team superpowers back in the day?
I started watching in 2015. The only
Yeah,
time I watch,
GM,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, the only time I know about this stuff is when I start watching people's reviews of old like pay-per-views.
Well, I don't know if you interesting and interested in watching like the WWE Vault and all that stuff. They got a WCW channel as well.
I
That shit is
was
probably on like 24 hours, some shit like that.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing like a review because I don't know other than like people reviewing old shows, like that's how I knew about the Viagra on the pole match there for WCW. God. Like that's the only way I know stuff. I've been thinking about like watching old Raws and old WCW shows, but at the same time there's way too much wrestling right now.
Oh yeah, a lot of wrestling to watch. But I mean, there are people that do break it down if you don't got time to watch it. I don't
Yeah,
know
that's
what wrestling channels you like, but they are depending on what you're looking for specifically. They do break it down.
I know Wrestling with Regret does the pay-per-view the old pay-per-views. People vote for like what they want him to review.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's how I know about some of the the important Starcades and things like that. The Deadlock Boys, they do like random like Raw shows.
Hmm.
um and old WCW shows. So that's how I learned how hilarious Scott Steiner was when the only thing I knew about him was the math promo. He was very
Well,
wild.
that's entertaining to say the least.
He
Entertaining.
was he was pretty over. I mean, cuz he was wild in his promos.
I think he's alright. He's alright. Not the biggest fan, but he's all right. I mean, WCW, I wouldn't even say that they were the best. There were some nights that I actually preferred WCW over WWF. I think we've all been there. If you were watching during the Monday Night Wars, flipping your channel back and forth, or if you had more than one TV in the house, you're running from one room to the next. So there was some entertainment, but overall, you'll definitely see why they didn't make it.
Yeah. I mean, my when I'm talking, like, I have a friend who was a old wrestling fan. Like, when I ask him about things all the time because sometimes references comes up and he knows better than I do. Like,
Mhm.
basically, he was just like, well, basically, the only thing really worth watching during WCW was like, especially later shows, was the cruiserweight division because they were great.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
I was
when
gonna
you
ask this earlier. Would y'all be interested in seeing like luchador type tournaments in AEW or tag tournaments, or y'all just over it when it comes to the tournaments?
the problem is with the luchadors because they can't really carry themselves because sometimes it's the language barrier. I mean, Bandito did pretty good on his interview, but I felt like RJ had to help him a little bit with it,
Mm-hmm.
um, and things like that. They need to be given stories instead of being put out and being like, "Oh, look at these high flyers." I know Chris Jericho has a story with Gravity and Bandito, and
A boring story.
yeah, but they have to try harder than that.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I don't think it's them. I think it's also the company because the companies, not just AEW, but I think that they all are afraid to play off like the international wrestlers where they speak another language. Like, why can't that still be incorporated in a storyline? We don't care. Well, I don't know about y'all. I'm used to reading subtitles. I'm not bothered, But
Yeah,
like,
I'm
if we have to
fine.
read subtitles, or if y'all have a good manager that can relay whatever it is that they're saying, then it shouldn't be a problem. Because if you look at AEW right now, none of these luchadors are actually doing anything that anybody care to see outside the ring. Like
Yeah.
Commander, he has a TV title. I never heard that man voice until they went to Mexico. Never. And it was him who did a promo, and I was like, okay, for a promo, I thought he did pretty well. I mean, it wasn't strong or anything, but I thought he did pretty well. And I was like, okay, why can't he do the same? Or why he's walking around with Alex Abrahantes and Alex Abrahantes can't say anything? I don't know.
Who knows?
Kim Liam said the Butcher is the only wrestler that's damn near full graze that's still put in work. I like the Butcher. I like the Butcher and the Blade.
He's a nice guy. I always remember that story where he saved a chipmunk from a swimming pool.
Hmm.
His fiance or wife, I don't know if they got tied to knot yet. She's a bodybuilder apparently.
Oh,
Cuz he talked about his refrigerator always being full of meat.
well, damn.
Yeah, and you got to get that protein.
Very interesting. Jamie Lee said David Valentine, which version with Terry Allen or Nikita?
Eh,
I said David Valentine. Do you remember when NWA ran a clash at the same date as WrestleMania?
eh.
Roberto says at 3 cents an hour, there's no opportunity to make one.
You
I
make
mean, if you
one.
think about inflation, um, it well, they I wasn't making no 3 damn cents. When your parents bought that house, GM,
Yeah.
it
No,
was
my dad. No,
more land.
I know exactly what my dad was doing at that time. He was a bartender at the Sheraton Hotel downtown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and my mom was a stay-at-home mom because we could afford it at that point. Because
Well, that's the thing too. A
yep,
lot of families had stay-at-home moms.
yep,
Um, Not to say that they don't have that now, but times have definitely changed. Like it's almost your man gotta be making real good money if you can stay at home
mhm,
in 2025. So, I mean, things have gone up tremendously in terms of fucking everything. Everything. I actually did a video that I'll be able to post later tonight or in the morning about WrestleMania and their prices for their tickets. I actually found some tickets of shows that I went to like many years ago, and I'm comparing the prices to today prices, and I'm just like, holy shit! It's absolutely insane to see like how much these things have gone up, and I don't even think is simply inflation, especially now with them being with what the hell they are with TKO whatever. They definitely have looked at themselves to be more valuable in terms of entertainment, and if they see themselves to be more valuable, then they should be charging more to have a WrestleMania weekend. It's very expensive. It's not even something you can do with your family. You're gonna have to pick which kid you might gonna choose to come with you, and the rest of y'all going to stay home and watch WrestleMania on Peacock
Yep.
because it's that bad. It's not even a family event at this point because you can't afford it.
Hmm.
Can't afford it.
Well, and so going back to her, so there's a lot of social and economic and political issues like that were like, for example, instilled by Reagan that it's a whole bunch of shit that happened, and that's why most of us, mainly millennials and Gen Z, we are screwed. We're fucking screwed. We're done.
Hmm. Yeah, we're at that point, you know. And it's not to say that there wasn't a struggle financially back then too. I mean, it seems like things have definitely changed in values too, because as you get through time, a lot of these men are just like, we in a two adult household. Your ass going to work too.
Hmm.
A lot of men don't see it this way anymore. Some men do. I rarely hear a guy say, "Hey, my woman is not working." I rarely hear that nowadays. But back then, that seems much more acceptable.
No, and also the problem is like because of social norms and traditional gender values, we have to accept we are going to be a two income household. The problem
Hmm.
is the mindset that the woman has to do all the housework and the cooking and the taking care of kids, and then the man doesn't do anything after he comes home from
Well,
work,
that is
is
true.
that there is some put there is like there's a whole like that's why a lot of women are staying single now, because it's just like I don't want to fucking take care of a kid and an adult kid as well.
That is true. That is true. I'm in that same boat. But be smart, those. If you are looking for somebody,
He is a lawyer. He might be making that. He'll when he becomes a lawyer, he might be making that money.
well, be smart, those. Look, I'll still go to work. I don't got no problem with it. Okay, I'm just saying somebody got to help in the kitchen too, because I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. And it'll be nice to watch wrestling with somebody too. That's another thing too. If you're gonna be in a relationship with me, just know we're not just buying like one ticket for All In. We gotta buy two. So even more money to spend, but still, in this economy, I don't know. Hey, next year, I don't know if we're gonna have this same conversation about me going to All In next year. The way
Mhm.
things are looking like right now, but yeah, over time things change or whatnot. I mean, if y'all looking to go to like All In, the prices, at least for All In, is doable. I haven't seen anything else that's going on for that weekend. They haven't put that information out. It's still doable for AEW, but WWE, yeah, you need to be in fucking in a trouble or something if you want to try to afford to go to that. Fletcher says, I don't know if Tony Storm doesn't main event All In. It's their biggest star, and you think Tony Khan would. Well, we were saying Athena because she's from Texas. You kind of got to give the crowd what they want too. Tony Storm, she could still be at the top at that point. I don't know if she'll be holding that title by then. So I'm not sure.
Who knows?
I'm not sure. We still want Athena versus Mercedes, regardless of what's going on. Who has what title? Fletcher says Vlad can't post a full Swerve interview already. 5 minute clip. I can't stand it. Every day is like he's posting 5 minutes of the interview until the whole interview is out. Who is fucking waiting to hear this shit?
Because it's a monetization thing. It's just that.
I totally get that. I totally get that. But at that point, you're gonna see the numbers dwindle per view, per video, because we don't care no more after 5 minute clips for 17 days. You know what I mean? Like we don't care anymore at that point. So honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Randy should have an open challenge at WrestleMania and the lights go out and Rusev. What the fuck? I thought he was going to somebody else. Um, I don't even think anybody in WWE is interested in Rusev. To be honest with you, I don't think anybody's interested. I could be wrong, but Rusev versus Randy Orton, would y'all be happy to see that? Personally, no. And if that match would have happened, Rusev was gonna have to take that L, but at least he got the check, right?
Mhm.
Let's see. Roberto said, the New Day cereal box signed. He said, I got the New Day cereal box signed by them, the Funkos signed by them, and all under Mr. Vincent Kennedy McMahon. You know, I was thinking yesterday, I was like, I remember the first time the Funkos came out, and I said, nobody's gonna buy this shit. That's literally what I thought the first time I ever seen them when they first came out. And look at them. You can't go anywhere without seeing them being sold somewhere. They're sold everywhere. I was definitely wrong about that. Killian says he wants you to subscribe for his full
Yeah.
interviews.
Yep.
I am getting another motherfucking subscription. There is just no way nobody's gonna get any more money from me at all. These all these things they add up. Y'all probably think, oh, it's $9.99. That's not, and that all that shit adds up at the end of the day. And if it's not worth watching, what are you gonna see? A couple of interviews that you like here and there, and that's pretty much it. It's not worth to have a monthly subscription for. No way. They're gonna end up posting the whole damn thing anyway. And if anybody saw the full thing, they'll just tell you what they said. So it's not really worth it.
No, Max Caster's having an open challenge in 0 hour.
0 hour. Well,
Ah,
at least it's not on the main card.
make it stop.
Yeah, I'm over it. I'm over it. So it's a no for me. David Valentine says Jay Millie, Magnum TA would have went down as the greatest wrestler of all time if it wasn't for the auto accident. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Predictions for Dynasty. Yeah, let's give the predictions because I say y'all still typing like that. We're not gonna be here tomorrow. Um, Mr. Alexander, can you put a picture of the card for tomorrow? We're just gonna give her quick predictions. Where the hell am I with these comments? Okay, I'm way past that. Way past that. Kanisa, tomorrow's a long day of wrestling. I'm trying to save some strength, but I keep the bell on just in case. He said before y'all was born, there was a guy named Dino Bravo who was a beast. He used to feud with Ken Patera, classic days from Wrestling Past. Kilia said Dino Bravo was a great heel. Okay, so we got the card for Dynasty. All right, GM, we need your thoughts. Swerve versus Moxley. Who do you think taking a win?
My heart says Swerve, but my brain says Moxley.
You don't
That's the
sound happy about this.
No, I'm not happy about them. I'm so fucking sick of the Death Riders already. Um, let's see. Tony and Bane. Tony, obviously. Um,
I've seen a lot of people say Megan,
I think it's
which is
Tony. I
surprising.
don't think Megan. I don't think Megan's ready.
I don't
Uh,
too. She even had 5 matches?
I don't know. Think it was either around or less than that singles matches when we looked it up last time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I she's not ready. I don't think so.
Jericho Bandito.
We don't even care.
I don't even care, but I'm just gonna throw it. I really hope it's Bandito. I'm so sick of Jericho at this point.
Yep.
I don't need somebody who's not on Ring of Honor. Even I don't watch Ring of Honor, and I know Jericho doesn't show up on Ring of Honor. Let's see. Oh,
We
Cole's
don't care about
winning.
this one either.
Cole's winning.
Would you want
He's
that?
I don't care. It could be either or. I literally don't care anymore.
Yeah, I can
I
see him
love
being boring too.
yeah. I love Cole when he streams. I love watching video games when he streams. He's quirky, he's funny. I don't like wrestler Adam Cole at all at this point.
I hear you on that.
And this is somebody who loved NXT Black and Gold.
Oh yeah, but baby, we way past that.
That was my jam. Hurt Syndicate, obviously.
Oh, her significant for sure.
Yeah. Um Yeah, this is easy too. Osprey, Mercedes, Kyle. There is no way I will.
Yeah,
You
these
know
are way
what?
too predictable.
With these, you know what? I'm gonna make the stream more interesting. I'll write this down. If I get any of these predictions wrong for the Owen Hart, in for this, I will take a teaspoon of hot sauce, like one of my hotter ones, and I will down it on camera for
Y'all heard
entertainment
that? Y'all
purposes.
heard that here. Y'all make sure y'all bring this back up on the chat tomorrow.
I
So when
have I
GM
have
said I don't remember saying this.
I have a ghost pepper one I can do. So
What?
yeah, I like spicy food. But like several teaspoons of like ghost pepper hot sauce
Okay,
will
so
do
you gotta
something to me.
you if you're wrong about any of these, you said.
If I'm wrong about any of these, so Osprey has to win, Mercedes has to win, Kyle has to win.
Well, I'm telling you, you're right. I'm telling you, you're right. I know it for sure. What else we got on the card? That can't be it. Was that all of
I mean that that's all it. I
it?
have down the ghost. I've done the ghost pepper, like a straight up ghost pepper before. That's not fun. Hot sauces I can tolerate. I'll just make sure I have the glass of milk for afterwards. Oh right, the trios match is the one that I think it's gonna be Death Riders retaining. I see the FTR imploding.
I feel like they want us to think that to swerve everybody when they end up winning it. So I mean, tonight they look like everything kind of all right. Um, this one I'm not sure about, to be honest. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where that's going, but I do feel like if Death Riders lose, I would be okay with Moxley losing too.
Yeah,
Might as well just end the whole damn thing.
you might as well fall. Yeah, you might as well make it the entire thing fall apart at that point.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, we're not
Kenny.
even worried about
Yeah,
this one.
Kenny. Like, if I had to like bet like a kidney, Kenny's winning.
Oh yeah. And the Owen Hart Cup matches, I would bet my kidney on that. I know it's not going anywhere. I know it. So honestly, the card does look really predictable. It's up to the wrestlers to just give us a really good show. That's pretty much it.
Yep. All
That's
right.
pretty much it.
Thank you very much.
All right, let me just quickly go through this because y'all know we're gonna be back here tomorrow. I
Yep.
see a lot of WCW talk in the chat.
Yep. When are
Um,
we? When are you starting to? You starting to stream 0 hour? I assume
yeah,
tomorrow.
I'm gonna wait till the matches start. I don't want to hear nothing about RJ and Renee talking about brunch or whatever. I don't want to hear none about that. We start whenever the match starts is when we starting. I don't want to hear nothing about that
All right.
at all. Oh wait, Jeff Jarrett's gonna be over there too. They showed him over there. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Killian said NXT is now the budget card for WWE, and it's cool because that's the best card. Fletcher says, I think Tony Khan will join Mina with Mariah now. She is coming to AEW, apparently, and Mariah seems to have no plans after this Tony feud. I would like it, Mariah and Mina.
I would like it if Mina is the one that brings Mariah back from this crazy state she's going through.
Oh, okay.
That would be a good story.
That would make sense. That would make sense. Killian said Rusev. Hell no. Definitely. Yeah, I don't think anybody cares for that.
The rumors are Lana and him are both signed to WWE, but that's just a rumor that's just going around.
They can have them.
Yeah.
They can have them.
Roberto, don't put that in the ether. Nah,
They were
nah, nah.
for
If
his
he's
first
come,
match.
no, no. On 0 hour,
Oh, 0 hour. Oh,
that's zero
man.
hour.
I thought you were talking about like a regular Dynamite or Collision.
No, 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 no. The open challenge is 0 hour.
Wait, hold on. The bingo don't count for the
Zero
pre-show,
out.
right?
Yeah, we've always said bingo doesn't count for pre-show.
Well, if that would have been the one return, because I don't see no return during the main card. They're not gonna waste Josh on this.
They won't waste Josh on this if he
No,
comes. No.
no. One more day, y'all. One more day till Dynasty, and that's another thing too. Oh, this is so pretty.
That poster was great when I saw it.
Whoever's doing these little posters, they look great. I don't know if they sell these, but these look really great. Look at the detail on that. At least that Megan came here, even though I do feel like it's gonna be her first L. They've done really. They could have done a little bit more, but I think they've done well with someone who just came through the door.
They did okay.
But yeah, this poster looks really great. That's something I would put on my wall for sure.
Yeah.
But Tony, we're not worried about it. We know she's retaining.
Yep.
Miro should go to NXT. To be honest, what will he do on the main roster? Catering. Well, there you go.
Yeah. They could
I
use a
don't
big
think
monster down there. Yeah.
I don't think that people's interested though. Whether if it's NXT or the main roster, I don't know. They will have to do something completely different for people to feel invested. I honestly, I don't know. I don't know what that would be. Fletcher said Daddy Ass might answer Max Cast. What?
Maybe.
That's possible.
That's
Bowens
possible.
is for all in. We're not doing this open challenge all the way until all in. I can't imagine.
Well,
Fletcher says my heart says Swerve, but my head says Moxley.
yep. Yep.
I mean, I might be in the minority here, but I won't be mad if Moxley retain. It's not the worst thing that could possibly happen, right?
It's not, but the problem is, and I think I'm not in the I think there's a decent amount of people who think like this. Like there's a point where you stop caring. And for me with the Death Riders, I've literally stopped caring. It's not like boo, I hate them, they're on my screen because I hate them. It's literally
Mhm.
boo, I'm bored.
I'll feel you on that. I'll feel you on that. It's hard for me to say that. I mean, have I been bored? Yes, I have. But like, look at Pac. Who doesn't want to see that? Look at Claudio. Who doesn't
Pack
want to see that?
Pack and Claudia can sadly Pack and Claudia can only carry this so far.
Well, this is as far as it goes. To be honest with you, that's why I said if they lose, Moxley might as well take the L too. Might as well. I don't think people will be mad, but at the same time, I don't care to see no rated FTR with the trios titles either. So I don't know. Killian says Ghost Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
David Valentine says WCW had the original Midnight Express versus the Midnight Express was a classic feud.
I've heard about that, but I think the Wrestling with Regret guy goes over the whole feud, but I'd have to take a look. I've probably heard it before.
Killian says we're closed. Who you talking about? WWE, y'all can take a few more people. We are closed over in AEW. We're full.
Yeah, we're full.
There it is. Him getting that title. I can see it. I can see it. And it was last year Dynasty where he won the title too.
And
I
if they do want to do another Texas death match, him and Hangman to run it back.
at All In.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I wasn't necessarily thinking for them to do that at All In, but hey, that fits. That would fit. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little salty about Swerve winning it then because I felt like they didn't do what could have been done with Samoa Joe. So I don't know if y'all agree on that, but they could have did more with Samoa Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Fletcher says trios, Death Riders retain. FTR turned heel on Copeland after the match. Christian shows up on Dynamite to help Copeland. Heel FTR and Cope and Christian at Texas All In.
That sounds plausible, yeah.
Possible. Very possible. Fletcher says Moxley needs to have the title a little bit longer with him. Face Hangman, the AEW main character at All In. Hangman, the AEW savior. Oh, this is when Willow lost it, right?
Mhm.
No,
Um, or challenged or put it
something
up,
like
yeah.
that. That was the beginning of the end for Willow in that title. I know that.
Yep,
They need to take it off of her, to be honest with you, because she ain't even
yep.
had that thing for a whole month. So that right there did not agree with. Let's see. King Leo says it's how Moxley will retain. That's all. Nothing has been as brutal as Danielson, and I expect that from the Death Riders. Fletcher says you did not stop carrying QGM. If you still want someone to take the title badly, you still care.
I care about the state of AEW.
Yeah, when the fans start feeling like they're over it, I guess I don't want to say it is time to move on. Like either y'all make it better or you move on. So I don't know where it can go at this point when it comes to the Death Riders to make people feel interested. I don't know if there's much that we can do.
Yeah,
Because if
cause
Swerve doesn't get it now, then what do we do now?
yeah, cause like so they came about. I was like, okay, maybe new of NWO, and they didn't start hacking like production trucks and stuff until like what months later.
Yeah, some of the cool stuff that they should have did at the very beginning was happening much later than it should have.
And I've been like saying this the whole time. They should have been very similar to like Bullet Club when they started, like interfering in almost every single match, like making people really hate them because they stick their nose into everything. Instead, they were just feuding with mid carders the first part of their run.
Oh, New Japan posted a couple of days ago the history of the War Dogs. If you want to check that out,
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I do that. Speaking of New Japan, did you see the Super Juniors roster?
I only saw a few. That's how I end up seeing about Nick Wayne being on there. But I gotta check out the whole thing,
So
see who
so
all
it's
in there.
it's an interesting one. So 20 participants, Despy, Taguchi, Yo, Master Wado, Kushida, Kevin
Hmm.
Knight, Ninja Mac is on,
Kevin
which is
Knight, okay.
yeah, Ninja Mac, which I
Oh,
like.
Ninja Man.
Ninja
Oh.
Mac's in. That he's gonna have some wild matches. Fujita, Robbie Egos,
Mm-hmm.
Kamaru, Bushi, um, Francesco Akira, Taiji, Clark Connors, Show, Kanemaru. There is a CML luchador to be announced.
Who?
Dragon Dia, they didn't say, so they'll announce him when. Dragon Dia from Dragon Gate, Mao
Mm-hmm.
from DDT, and Nick Wine.
I mean, they could have put a couple of more people from AEW on there because they're not doing a damn thing over here.
So it looks like they also provided a helpful removed from last year comment. Last year from removed from last year the following: TJP, Hayata, Blake Christian, Doki, who is currently injured,
Oh Lord.
Drilla switched to heavyweight, and Teton, if not announced as a CMLL rep.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah,
be surprised.
yeah. Doki had that bad arm break
Oh
during
man,
WrestleMania. That was heartbreaking for him, for
I
both
can't
of them.
imagine. I can't imagine. This is like a
And
nice lineup.
it's a nice line. And I didn't know Drilla was moved to heavyweight, so yeah, that's cool.
Oh, putting in that work. Putting that work. So it starts on May 20th. So
Hmm.
Nick Wayne and whatever he's doing with crew, that's not lasting long.
Nope.
This was from Dynasty too. Oh yeah, when they, you know what? Oh my god, this is when Tony Khan attempted to unify the trios and the Ring of Honor 6-man tag titles, and it went nowhere. Nowhere. Because after a while, he changed his mind. After who got hurt? Somebody got hurt. Was it Jay that got hurt? Somebody got hurt. Juice tried to fill in for him and all this shit, and then they end up splitting it and putting the titles back on Ring of Honor and all this shit. All of the foolishness that Tony Khan didn't think about doing before he actually did it. I don't know. And where the hell are the guns? They came that one time for a little appetizer for the Hurt Syndicate, and we haven't seen them since.
Nope.
This was last year too. Okay, Julia with Tony Storm. I mean, Tony Storm has come a long way to where she's at right now, and I appreciate it. Thunder Rosa, that's on the Rosa. They
Yes.
all look the same. Well, damn. Didn't Julia have a paint like that earlier today? Or maybe I'm thinking about somebody else. I don't
I
know.
think you're thinking about something else. Rosa had her face paint on tonight.
Oh yeah,
Julia
she did.
had pants.
She had pants.
She did. She had pants tonight.
Oh my god! And then
They look.
Dynasty wasn't. What happened? It wasn't as supposed. Did they ever did a 3-way with Deanna, Thunder Rosa, and Tony? They did that, right? Or am I wrong?
I don't
Maybe
think
I
so.
dreamt
That
about
doesn't.
that.
That you may have dreamt about. That doesn't sound familiar to me, but I can't. My memory
Maybe
is
that's
not
what I
great.
want. Is that Luther laid up down there?
Yes.
That's a cute outfit Mariah wearing. Last year, I mean, it was a little bit of a blur for what happened at Dynasty last year, but this year, I mean, the card is okay, but it's nothing I would run to go see. It's all right. Oh, I love what they don't
That was
really.
a
I feel
great
like
shot.
was that the first time they did it?
I don't know.
Whenever the first time they did it, I thought, holy shit, that was amazing. It was done really, really
That
well.
was a great shot.
Really well. Once in a while they do rub them brain cells together back there in AEW and give you something pretty unique once in a while. David Valentine says Tati Google 1991 WCW Heavyweight Championship. It's a beautiful belt. Fletcher says Death Riders ain't taking any L's at Dynasty at this point. Oh, okay. He said it's too soon to have Swerve dethrone in Mox tomorrow, just to have Hangman and Swerve ASAP at All In. I mean, All In is still a few months away. What is it, like 4 months or something like that?
It's in July, right?
Is it July? Oh yeah, it's July.
It's 3
So
months. I
3 months.
think it's fine in 3 months. Mox has had the
Yeah.
belt for over 170 days. He won it in October.
I mean, the only other opportunity that would make a little bit more sense for him to lose would be at another pay-per-view, and the next one is Double or Nothing before All In. Y'all don't want to see Moxley losing on fucking Collision. Well, y'all probably don't care at this point, but they're not gonna have him lose on like a Collision or Dynamite. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna be at a pay-per-view. So either this one or the next one, and whoever has it by All In hopefully should have done something important. So that's why I'm cool with it being Swerve. Hangman's already in the tournament. Just give us what we wanted, Tony Khan. What match was this? Who's that? The Young Bucks?
Yep.
I don't know who that is. Oh, Justin Perry. Um,
FTR
FTR.
Bucks ladder match.
There's a reason why we don't remember that. Fletcher said WWE was like this when the bloodline angle was on. People were tired of Roman having the title, and look at him now. Everyone meet writing Roman now. Same thing will happen with Mox, in my opinion. Would I even compare it with that? I don't. I don't want to say that's not a good comparison. I mean, could y'all imagine the Death Riders lasting that long? Y'all can barely take it these past few months. So it hasn't really been that long. I feel like there's a lot of missed opportunities with this story, with this group. And I think that's part of the reasons why people are over it. Um I like them. I have no problem with them, to be honest with you. But I'm at the point where it's just like we can have bigger and better things going on by all in, and I'm over it, so I can see other things. FTR, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. So I am gonna do a little meat riding at this point. So after watching Super Eye Patch Wolf's 2.5 hour biopic on, so he what he did was it was explaining the rise and fall of Cody and Roman. So instead of
Oh.
having one subject on his documentary, he had two. The points that they hit during the time where Roman got the title to where he finally lost it at that WrestleMania was actually pretty good. I mean, day to day, the bloodline could be boring at times, but it was pretty beautiful how he lost the title because of himself, because he couldn't let go of the past, basically. Because when he gave Seth that chair shot instead of Cody,
Mm-hmm.
that tells you he couldn't let go of what happened to him that entire time, and that's why
Damn, the
he
rise
lost.
and fall, and Cody's in that video as he's champion.
Um, yeah. So usually what he does is one of his he's done a few wrestling videos, and he says he's never makes money on them because WWE claims them right away because he does use clips and stuff. But yeah, he talks about you know, the two paths Cody and Roman were on at the time. He talks about Cody in WWE. Well, he talks about Dusty too. Um, but he ties it all together because Dusty, when he came to WWE, was pretty much humiliated because he was the last one to hold out on Vince with
Mm,
the territories. So he put him in polka dots and everything, and then he brings in Dustin and he makes him Gold Dust, and then you know you see what Cody, he made him Stardust. Basically, he made Dusty and that entire family a mockery, so to speak.
mm-hmm.
And then
That's
you
true.
have yeah, and then he talks about Cody going to the Indies, coming back, finally, get being Cody. And then he talks about Roman, how he and it brought back so many goddamn memories because I remember how bad Roman's selling used to be.
I mean, he improved.
He improved, but when they were pushing him hard 2015, 2016. Do you remember his promos?
We don't want to remember those
Exactly.
promos.
I remembered. And it was just like, holy shit, this was bad. This is why I went to New Japan.
But they had faith in him, though. I think sometimes you got to go through the bad before you get to where y'all trying to go.
Mhm.
I think overall it was worth it. I
Yeah.
know a lot of people didn't like it, but overall it was worth it. Fletcher says I remember when the IWC was turning on Roman and the title run. Personally, I was cool with it. I didn't have a problem with it.
But
Another thing too, for him to be champion that long is something that we have not seen anything close to that since God knows when. So they're not used to that. So that was another thing for them to complain about. I don't think necessarily that it was a bad champion or anything. People do get tired of seeing the same thing and they want something new. And I totally understand that, but I think overall, up until that very last point of them having the whole Legends roster come on at the end of that match and everything at WrestleMania last year, I think everything played out the way it was supposed to play out. And overall, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Unfortunately, things have to be brought back up since then, and I haven't necessarily enjoyed the whole bloodline thing. They never truly give Solo what I think he should have gotten in terms of being the tribal chief. People are more focused now on someone like Jacob. Things have definitely changed, and the fans are definitely looking at different things now. So I'm kind of over it at this point, and I think some people are. Is we got to put a lot more into it because it ran for so long, and to start a new chapter, trying to use different people. Oh, and let's not forget Cody, kind of needing that storyline to kind of still be within that storyline to keep some type of relevancy because he sucks as a champion. That didn't help either.
No.
So that's
No,
another thing too.
I think Cody's championship run, if he ever decides to turn heel, you can use so many elements in that story because all in all, he's manipulated people if they've gotten nothing in return. I mean, the biggest
Hmm.
person is Seth. He came back wobbling like in his like freaking field gear to help Cody at that WrestleMania. He took the chair shot from Roman.
Oh man,
What did he get
I
out of it?
actually, aside from
He lost
him
his
wobbling
title
over
that night,
there,
didn't he?
aside from him wobbling over there, I thought that was a nice touch to that match. Everything else I didn't care for. Everything else I didn't care for. But I hear you, Cody Rhodes.
Master
Everybody's been
manipulator.
bored.
No,
Oh,
like yeah, master manipulator code. Cody is a politician, and you
fuck it.
can easily write that story if you want to turn him heel.
Take the title off. I think it's time.
I think Cena should get it.
I think it's time. And honestly, even if it wasn't against Cena, I think a lot of people would still feel like it's time for someone else to have this title. Kind of the same thing, like, well, let's just say it's been underwhelming with him, kind of like how it's been underwhelming with the Death Riders. That's the perfect way to put it. Just underwhelming. I'm not a Cody fan, never will be, never was, but it's been overwhelming for someone who is champion. You know, Moxley, I prefer heels, so there are things about his character that I like, but overall, it's been underwhelming as well. So if the title change hands, I'm cool with it. And as far as WWE goes, Cody Rhodes, sorry baby, it is done. It's done. We're moving on. Fletcher says everyone's saying Roman didn't defend the title and almost didn't show up on the shows part time as blah blah blah, and then lasted for a year. I was okay with the part time thing.
I was just unhappy with the amount of uncredible challenges he had.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but then again, that's a problem that a lot of wrestling companies go through. Like we complained about it with Tony Storm.
Um, well, that's why I was saying. Like, I know Megan just came, but I feel like they did a little something with Megan, so it's not like it was just thrown together.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like before Mariah took it, like before Tony took it back from Mariah.
Who she went, but she did go like with Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa, she's somebody that I actually would like to see get the title next.
Yeah,
Um, I would actually like to see her get the title next. But before Mariah, I think she did have a match with Thunder Rosa. And who else? I can't remember who else. But it's gonna get to that point with Tony too, because even though she has a great character, now
yeah,
it's gonna be like, all right, well, who is gonna be feuding with her next, and who's gonna actually get a great feud out of her? I don't think we're gonna see anybody give something like what Mariah
no,
gave with
never.
Tony.
I
I
think
don't think so.
I think it has to be Mercedes. I think
Well,
once she
while
drops
she
that
has a
TB,
TBS title.
no, once she drops that TBS title to Athena, I think that's what's gonna happen. They build her back
Hmm.
up a little bit. They have her go against Tony because you ain't paying Mercedes all that goddamn money to be titleless.
I mean, she does have the other titles.
As soon as she drops the TBS titles, the Django Tower starts to fall.
That could be true. That could be true.
But who knows? Who knows?
Jade looks great, by the way.
Jade looks awesome.
Always look good. Fletcher says, I still think Cody wasn't the right choice to dethrone a historical reign. Same way as I say, swear shouldn't have lost the title to Danielson at All In for Danielson nostalgic moment. I'm not gonna disagree there. I think
Mm.
it was I think it was a timing issue because they knew that Danielson, baby, your time was just about at that point.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the injuries, I think they would have held off. I think they would have held off, but they knew where this was going, and it was happening sooner than later, for sure. I said, I think at this point, not even a heel turn would save Cody. We've been waiting on this supposed heel turn for ages. No, it's done. It's done. WWE had to turn Orton babyface to protect Cody's ass. They had to turn Cena heel to protect Cody's ass. Well,
Mm.
fuck it. They had to turn the tribal chief for Cody. Well, because it's just not working out. It's just not working out. And I put my bias aside just to say that some people y'all still hanging on because you got fans, but overall, underwhelming. Roberto said WrestleMania 40 will be remembered as the night Roman needed two nights, two companies, every legend on contract, and when he lost, he was immediately forgotten. Predictable, cause man, dude ain't it. I don't think that's necessarily true. I don't even know why they had to do all that, to be honest with you, but they did it. I didn't agree with it. Would have been just fine if it would have been just a one-on-one thing and Cody would have just went clean. Other than that, everything else just for drama. Didn't care for it. Belly says Senator Cody Rhodes. Fletcher says Thunder Rosa getting the title next. Hell no. What about Willow Statlander? Let's Rosa be busted up. Oh no, Thunder Rosa, she's still my girl. I would love to see her with that title again. She didn't get a chance to actually lose it. So I'm cool with it. She has a great personality. I do enjoy her in the ring. I'm not trying to say like I don't like Willow or Chris. I do enjoy them, but I would be okay with it being Thunder Rosa to get the title next. Kilio said Athena or Mercedes are the only ones, or Thunder if she's a heel. Roberta said, oh, wait, hold on. Y'all understand it's $500 for nosebleeds because Cody is the champ, right? This ain't bum fights no more. And look, hey, this is a whole TKO situation. I
Yeah.
don't know what the prices were last year, but I cannot imagine for nosebleeds being $500 last year. Crazy. Fletcher says can't beat Roman clean. Come on, Cody is mid card. Look, I wouldn't have believed it if he beat him clean, but at least that would have made him look credible instead of having all these people come out to help. Well, did we really look? I love Taker. Y'all know that's my bae for life. We didn't need him there, and that's a lot coming from me. We did not need him there along with everyone else. They overdid it. I think it would have meant much more if Cody would have won clean. But then again, his title reign would have still been just as boring as it is right now. So I don't know if that would even mattered at that point.
Okay. The cheapest WrestleMania 40 tickets. The two-night pass was 630. The one night was 217. Night 2 was 196. Tailgate was 234.
Well, what was 196?
196 was night 2. According to this article, fans can get tickets in section 240, row 19, with a clear view of all the action for 630. So that's the two-night pass. Yeah.
630, not bad. You talking about the nosebleed though, right?
Yep, talking about the nosebleeds.
I mean, you still would have had to watch WrestleMania at Peacock while you was over there, but that's still not bad because that only affords you one ticket for WrestleMania 41. There it is, Charlotte when she was on Sherry talking about that's crazy. Tiffany, you didn't even need to go there. She didn't even need to go there. So we'll see. I guess she knew she losing the title anyway, so might as well just be messy. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? She said, I always felt like I was failing at my job. I felt like I was failing at personal life and the embarrassment of being divorced again and then being compared to my father. When I made the decision to file for divorce, the only thing I kept thinking was I just didn't want anyone to know, like, oh my gosh, I failed again. Well, you picked him. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
And
and
you know what?
they weren't together for long before they decided to get married. I think that's the other
Well, I
issue.
was gonna say, like, if you had two other failed marriages, you'd think that you try to take whatever you learned from those experiences and take it with you to your next, and not rush things, and just try not to do whatever it was that happened the first two times. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know, what children of divorce have a higher chance of getting divorced in their own
That too.
relationships. So,
That too. And then seeing how her daddy divorced. How many times has been divorced?
oh,
Is it
this,
like four? And then the last person he married, I forgot her name. Shit, what's her name? Wendy something. He said that he never actually married her. Like they had like a ceremony, but they never got married for real, for real. That's what he said. He's a motherfucking liar, so I don't even know at this point. But still,
four official divorces. It looks like.
well, there it is. There it is. Hopefully, don't don't all I can say is when you, especially when you married to another wrestler, unfortunately these things get tied up in these storylines, and then the fans, they feel like they have somewhat of a say so in things too, because it's like you're in a relationship or was married to another wrestler, which is why when Andrade was like happy birthday this morning, everybody got at him like, oh no, you divorced, like why should you be saying anything to her at this point? I don't know. Especially after what happened last night, people were still hot over it. There she go. That's the ew. What the? Miss Holly's up here. Did not need to show that picture. You did not need to show that picture. We're wrapping this up.
Yep.
We're wrapping this up. What the hell? Now I'm not. That's all I'm gonna see in my head all night tonight. I'm not even gonna be able to sleep. Roberto says Cody's son Roman to night one, but happy justice was served. You pay bum price to see bums. That's not more in WWE. Cody is champ. Fletcher says, I hate this all Charlotte WWE situation because I can see how this shit ends. WWE gets rid of Charlotte and Tony Khan will. Oh, Tony Khan, wait. Will run immediately to get her, and I don't want Charlotte. Hell no. No way. If I have to go personally over there to Jacksonville, there's just no way. There's no way. That women's roster seemed like they really dislike Charlotte for being a 1,000 times better than them. I don't think that's what that is. Being favored because of who her daddy is? Sure. Roberta said the battle riot about to start. Oh, that's for MLW. Fletcher said this is sad. Why is a marriage of a wrestler in the conversation at all? That's personal life shit. Uh, Tiffany should never brought that up.
Nope.
She should have never brought that up. Roberta said Alex Hammerstone is first. I think then he had surgery the other like a couple of months ago. I think he had surgery on like both his knees, some shit like that. Kim Leo looks like he's about to throw up. Thank you, Mr. Aldezon. We do appreciate you doing that for us. He said,
Oh
Raj
God.
Devi, the fucking Maharaja, is here. Let's go. I haven't liked anything he's done recently, to be honest with you, but y'all go ahead and deal with that. All right, Mr. Aldezon is showing for the SmackDown Gauntlet match. Winner of that will go on to WrestleMania. Ken Leo says he had the Ric Flair Mega Mix on. What the hell? All right, you guys. Y'all know we're coming back here tomorrow for Dynasty.
Hmm.
Um, that should be a really great show. If y'all don't tune in for the live stream, I'll still do a review on that. Um, GM, you'll be ready with the bingo card tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. It's also I just have to. Chat GPT gave me some alternative options.
Mm-hmm. And Mr. Aldezal will also have his bingo card ready. So even more of a chance of getting bingo. Hopefully, we'll see. If we do not get bingo, QGM said she'll take all the ghost peppers in her house and down it.
I said I'll take a teaspoon for every Owen Hart prediction I'm wrong about in this pay per view. Don't say
GM,
it
that's
about the
not fair. You know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. So if we don't get bingo, you might as well take the
there
ghost pepper for that.
is there is a non-zero chance that I might be wrong.
We'll
Non-zero.
see. We'll see. All right, you guys, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll start off with the pre show.